Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a sensational summer Saturday night here at the Wrasslin for Life Network. We got all the wrestling for you. AEW Collision is on tap. We're going to have a fun live stream. We have all the action for everyone out there. So make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Join the family. Be a part of the show. Get in that chat. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, put a smile on your face, folks. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are your alternative commentary to all the wrestling. We are the channel that just covers more live wrestling than anybody else out there. And we like to think we click on more chat messages than anyone, too. But that all being said, we got a big night ahead of us for AEW Collision. Coming off a crazy night last night. We got so much to get into, folks. I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Nick, say hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrasslin for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, Saturday night is all right for a fight. How you doing, sir?
Saturday.
Ever since they've picked that as a theme song now, it's been stuck in my head every Saturday.
It was a good choice. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I give them credit. I mean, bold move, but it's turning out well for them. So we do have AEW on tap tonight, folks out there. I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. You're happy, healthy, and safe, feeling good, ready for some more action here on the channel. But I mean, we get Ricky Starks, the follow-up with Punk as far as how he won the Owen Hart last week.
Well, it's a bit of a heel turn we've kind of seen so far from Starks. It's not an out and outright blatant heel turn, but it's very much teasing it a good bit here.
Yeah, I mean, even the little bit at the when he went to get the trophy, yanks it and just bops.
No respect to Tushin Thunderliger.
No respect. So
no respect out here. Can't do nothing. No respect.
Yeah, I can't do nothing. But yeah, so I mean, I'm intrigued by that. Also, the big match, I guess, in for tonight's show, the House of Black taking on the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. Now we've seen this.
Me, Daddy. Oh, scissor me, Daddy. Sorry.
Right. It's going to be one of those nights, Nick. So what else do we got going on Collision tonight?
We do also have, first off, we have the Peoples showing up in the chat. Everybody. We've got Action Andretti and Darius Martin. So failure to launch versus Bullet Club Gold.
Fair enough. I'm okay with this. Yeah.
Right, and then this says Sky Blue versus Layla Hirsch, but I've seen Taya Valkyrie versus Sky Blue advertised. So
interesting because
Sky Blue will be in action tonight. I guess it's debatable as to who against who.
Yeah, Cora Blue came running out during the match last night and kind of came to the aid of Willow. So I'm assuming we're getting Sky Blue, Cora Blue, and Athena tonight, right?
No, that hasn't been proposed at all.
Okay, that's what they were angling last night. See, trying to
they're
keep
still angling, I think, for that further because even Athena said at the post.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, for those who aren't in the know, we're talking about Death Before Dishonor, which we were here live for last night as well with Red Out SmackDown. If you haven't watched that, go watch that. But Athena was very much angling of trying to be like add another title to her repertoire, her collection there. So maybe she might challenge for the TBS title or the AEW Women's title.
Fair enough. Yeah, like I said, trying to keep it all in order. But and what else?
That's it for tonight so far that I've seen.
Interesting. Okay, and we're gonna hear from FTR. So
yes, that's the thing is they've not a ton advertised. Well, advertised as far as in-ring matches, but I think the triple threat that we've got underneath us, or the 6-way match. 6-person tag match. There we go. Is going to get a good amount of time. Plus, we're going to have probably some sort of back and forth between Punk and Ricky Starks. It's going to take a hot minute.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what we get tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I would argue that I think 3 out of the 4 shows have been real good. with Collision. I feel like last week, I mean, back-to-back weeks, we get a lot of buzz around Collision because of FTR and the Bullet Club Gold. Last week, going Meltzer 5.25 stars.
Oh,
Ooh.
Warranted though with that one, if not more. That was arguably already match of the year candidate.
Oh, I mean, we just did our 6-month for life.
The half-year Golden KJs. Again, if you haven't gone and checked out that video, go check out that video.
Yeah, go check out the awards, folks.
Right.
But yeah, no, dude, it legitimately with, looking at guys like Kenny and Will, having 2 bangers and you had Cole and MJF stake a claim, and then this match comes along. You're like, shit. But it's just good quality matches, and that's really good for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. But speaking of good for us, let's talk to the peoples.
Yeah, talk to the people,
man. Damien, looking forward to the Acclaimed Billy Gunn versus House of Black for the Trios Championship tonight. Is it for the belts? I can't deny if that's been advertised as that. Okay.
I thought it was.
Fair enough. Rocco's fun fact of the evening, and I've seen this as well. Dom Mysterio is the first ever superstar to main event Raw, NXT, and SmackDown in the same week.
Wow, that would be true.
That's a hell of an accomplishment for a younger guy. He's like almost 30, so younger guy.
Yeah, okay. No, I mean that's a crazy thing. Like literally this young guy that people do have mixed feelings about in some regards. Main events all 3 shows, wins a title on one of them. Yeah, here we go. We're in the era of the Dom.
Well, that's the thing. It's so interesting. I think you can't be on even how we were initially drop this kid off at NXT, send him packing. He's just hanging around with his dad. To now he's fully transitioned and developed to being a top guy, like a mid-top guy. He's really established himself in a brief period of time, and the Judgment Day and being paired up with Rhea has been the greatest thing for his career.
Absolutely. Who would have thunk it? I mean, for all the bitching and complaining we did about Dominic Mysterio, and then out of nowhere, Rhea drags him from the back by his belt, and it's like money. It's like the fucking equivalent of Socko. Like we found it.
Just sometimes you just fall upon something. Speaking of falling upon something, Scissor Me Daddy, I think that's something else that they just kind of fell upon and just kind of ran with it, which, by the way, don't fall on scissors.
Don't run with scissors, and be careful where you're falling on your scissors.
Especially if you're Arn Anderson, for those old heads out there.
Scissors safely, folks.
Sonic Boom, what up? There's us. The Real Wyatt, I'm back.
Are you actually coming back ever?
Maybe, allegedly, supposedly. Richard, Cody Rhodes to WWE Raw this month. Will return to WWE Raw this Monday. Well, he is on their roster, so I would kind of hope so.
Wasn't he on Raw last Monday?
I feel like this is one of those that say, spoiler alert, Monday Night Raw will be on Monday. No shit.
Right? Seth Rollins may appear on Monday.
Right. James and Casey, let me talk to you. What's up, Nick, KJ, and the 4 Lifers? Happy birthday, Eve, KJ.
What's up, James? Thank you.
Kayla, what up? Stevie, hey, yo, what? The great KJ White. So, see, you got a White. So, White, you're a fan of White, and White's a fan of you. What comes around is all around, Ricky.
It's true.
Right.
Thank you, Wyatt.
Yeah. What do you think about BCC versus Best Friends versus Lucha Bros next week on Dynamite? Has that been advertised?
Yes, as of last night.
Oh, okay. I like that better than, where was it? Someone mentioned it here. About the Gravity versus Pac match that also got advertised during the Pac Claudio match on Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I mean, dude, why is it happening is my question. And listen, BCC's Best Friends Lucha Bros, man, that's going to be a fun match to watch.
That one's great.
Where did it come from? And I get it. You're going to say, we watched the show too. But out of nowhere, it's like, what are we going to do? And if they are actually trying to build up a tag team division, let's get some good tag team wrestling on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, speaking, going back full circle of how we were talking about FTR and Bullet Club Gold and Collision and everything like that, it seems like Collision's very much established itself as the tag team wrestling show.
At this point, yeah.
AEW tends to have the trios and the faction warfares. Collision's your regular singles matches, your tag matches. That's about it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how this all plays out. I'm looking forward to the match. Again, when people say like, what do you think? Like, again, there's not a whole lot of emotional investment in what I'm getting on Wednesday, right? Like,
Yeah,
couple
very
little
true.
stories that you're kind of into emotionally, like, oh, I'm behind this. But there's definitely a lot of just like what is going on. I can't believe they booked Gravity for Dynamite. We got all this talent that we all complain about never seeing, and here comes Gravity fighting the man that Gravity forgot.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what it is. That's how they're going to sell it. That's a great call. I think you mentioned that last night. I
Mhm.
entirely forgot that.
Like
But
it's just like they're like that's too ironic. We have to do it,
no, I think that seems very fitting with that company, I would say.
right?
Right. Am I the champ? Yes, Alexis managed to scrap victory in the chaotic evening that was last Friday with Death Before Dishonor and Friday Night SmackDown that both seemed incredibly unpredictable. LA Knight didn't win.
Yeah, I think the prediction champion won with like was batting 600. Like
Yeah, just you had to be above 500 to win.
yeah, eked it out, Alexis. So that was the word on the streets.
Right.
And congratulations.
Real Wyatt. It is in Newark, New Jersey.
It's a true story. Still the
Right.
ongoing battles with the Canadian Broadcast Company and trying to fucking get Collision. Yeah, they're not
That's
getting it.
because you guys didn't want to show up and buy tickets to the show. So Tony just
Yeah,
said, fuck you. You don't get to watch it then.
you
You don't
don't
want to pay to see it. You won't get to see it.
yeah, you don't get any AEW. But
Right.
yeah, basically if you want to watch it, you gotta fucking go to a plus service, like it's insane. You gotta go to
Everything's plus
an
at this
app.
point.
It's
Don't
fucking
worry. We will probably be the last channel to ever go do a Wrestling for Life Network Plus.
yeah, no, I'm so against it.
Right. Oh, Drew was the one that was talking about what's up, KJ and Nick. I'm looking forward to Pac versus Gravity this Wednesday.
It's gonna be a spot heavy big match.
I was gonna say, can you explain why, Drew?
I just don't get it. Why isn't it Pac versus somebody that fucking matters?
Because they kind of made no one matter.
Oh, deep words.
Well, I mean, really, like realistically, outside of the BCC and the Elite, can you really name too many people on AEW that they've really built up to matter?
The only exception is right now, especially now, is Cole and
MJF, Cole,
yeah.
Darby. There's three.
No, but Darby's
JAS.
tapered off. I mean, that's the interesting part. As a
Well, he
fan,
won the Battle Royal at the Royale with Cheese Rampage.
I did forget that. Yeah, no, that's funny as hell.
Right. Mick, what up? A-Town, what up? Evening, folks. Let me talk to you. Yeah. A-Town, you still need to answer me if I can have a one-man parade in New Orleans, since I know you live down there and everything. If I can do like the whole Hannibal Buress thing and have like a 3-person parade, because I'll come down to New Orleans and have a Wrestling for Life parade.
I'm in.
Right. Charles, what up? About to start his workout. Good on you.
What up, Charles?
Right. He's going to pump you up. Yeah, do it. You need to lift it. Yeah. I'm here to motivate you. Yeah, you're going to do it.
Perfect.
Right.
I was waiting. I'm like, this man's going to hit him with Arnold, right?
Together. All right, saying F SmackDown. Steve congratulating Alexis. Steven Elimination Chambers. What up, my guy? Yeah,
Charles,
keep popping out.
What's that?
I was talking about Steven.
You
see him here a little bit. You see him, not here. Right.
It's all right. It's all right.
Alexis, the champ is here, and get out of my swamp. Yes, we have our first Shrek champion.
Right. That's funny as hell. Alexis,
the Fiona of the Four Lifers. Yes, there we go. What are you doing in my swamp?
Right. It quickly went from very humble of like, did I win? Yes, you won. Oh, I'm the winner. Get out.
But that's how you do a great heel turn. You just
perfect.
Shock, just really? Me? I won? Can you believe it? Suck it, assholes. I won.
Right.
Drew, I don't care about for the match. Pac should be doing something more better. Well, you're the one that said you were excited for it. So how are you saying you don't care now? We convinced you.
I think the laughing cat at the end was like, ha ha.
Oh, I got you.
I think. But listen, again, it probably is going to be a decent match as far as you're going to get a very lucha style match. It's going to be flippy and trippy, and I imagine Pac's going to win quite easily. I would hope, but I doubt it. Probably go through two 2 commercial breaks. But
Right.
yeah, it's just, I mean, I think you could do better things with your time.
Little bit. Well, especially with Pac, because you never know with visa issues or a broken nose or
You don't know how long he's here.
Right, yeah. He might not be here for a long time. He's here for a good time. Steven James, which match you guys looking forward to for Collision tonight?
The easy answer, the one on the screen.
I was going to say, I think it's the one below us.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the main event.
A lot of people murmuring of like, could they actually, because they've been down this road. So if they're revisiting this battle, could they actually win? Could the Scissor Crew get their trios belt?
But have they Acclaimed not kind of honestly cooled off? And I think the House of Black have started to really catch fire since then.
Maybe, but I have a theory.
And that's not a theory. It's an Austin theory.
Right? It's not an Austin theory. I think it's possible if the Acclaimed win those belts, they can bring the belts over and have them more predominant on Wednesdays, especially with teams like the Bucks kicking around, who seem to kind of want a trios division. That's, they're not going to Saturday to fight anybody over there. So we'll bring them to us.
HOB can do that too.
Yeah, but I don't think they want to fuck with the HOB. That threw me off.
Because they'd lose and they'd seem even lesser then.
Exactly. So we get the hot potato like they did with the tag belts, right? And the Acclaim become the ones in the middle who have their heat toyed with.
Oh, they've already done that a couple of times. So that's why I'm saying I think the Acclaim have kind of cooled off a little bit here.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Bobby, what up? Mick, what up? I wanted to shout out Wyatt for the super chat. Very much thank you, my guy. Collision needs to move to Thursdays this fall. Oh, it competes with Impact?
I'd be okay with that.
Right.
I would really be okay with that. Tony Khan, if you can hear us, Thursday nights. I mean, you could brag about, thumping Impact.
Yeah, but there's no theme song that you could use. There's no Thursday. Thursday.
Like, we paid a lot of money for the Saturday.
Right, we paid Elton a lot of fucking money. So guess what? We're on Saturdays for a hot minute.
They moved to Thursdays with the same song. Screw it.
Saturday. And people are just all confused. What day of the week is this?
What? Is this a replay?
It's like whenever you hear like that, it's just another manic Monday, and it's like Wednesday. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Stop playing with my emotions, DJ.
Right. But I will remind everybody very much, Wyatt, thank you for the super chat. And that is a way, folks, that you can stand up and show out and everything. And we can make sure that we get to your comment, because the chat normally does fill up. And it also helps support the channel. Everything you guys end up sending our way goes right back into putting on a better product for you. But 100% appreciate you, my guy.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, folks. And we are about 10 minutes away, 12 minutes away from
11
the start of Collision.
Right.
I don't think I meant to go at 7:30 today, but anyway.
That good thing I checked, because I was going to be here at 8 o'clock, and you would have been here solo dolo for a half hour.
I'm like, what is going on? Anyway, we're here and we're having fun.
Absolutely. That's the thing, is that's why you got to hit that bell notification, because you never know we're going to show up. Half time we end up going early, or we just decide we're going to add on extra stuff and stay late, etc. Plus, not to mention Sunday instead of Saturday. We got our interview dropping with Jay Bougie right there. You can see right above KJ's head. That's dropping at 4 Eastern, so make sure you check that out.
Yeah,
it's been featured on AEW, MLW, House of Glory, this, that, and the third.
No, it was a great interview. Great guy. So yeah, please check it out. And not just about supporting the channel. Go support Jay Bougie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go show homie some love.
Yeah, go give him some love. Look him up. If you go to our social media, you'll be able to find him pretty quick. So yeah, check him out. Check out the interview. And we got more interviews coming your way, folks. It's gonna be fun.
Right. Fall season is gonna kill Collision on Saturdays. Fair enough, Wyatt. I know where you're going with that, with college football and everything coming back.
Hockey in Canada.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing, is it's going to be, well, I don't even know if they make it to there with going head to toe with SummerSlam and Payback and all of the upcoming WWE pay-per-views.
Yeah. The only thing I can say to that is I think Tony was well aware, and I think regardless, he was just like, yeah, but whatever they get, they get. If they get, I mean, we don't, like, TNT could be completely content with 500,000, 400,000 viewers. I don't know.
Well, there's been the whole thing to where Warner's come out and said that they're happy with TK allegedly because he's willing to move his shows whenever. He doesn't matter to him whether it goes when it's supposed to go or whether it goes when they decide it goes.
Yeah, no, pretty much. And I mean, there's been a lot of positives coming out of both camps in this relationship. So, yeah, for me, I just think that Thursday would be awesome.
Fair enough. And that's because you're normally here watching Impact, by the way, with Luna Havoc. So go and check those out too, by the way.
Right.
Shameless plugs all around. Bonkers, House of Black wins. Yeah, still go House of Black, even though we ain't there yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I might take a long shot here.
Fair enough. Not counting out QT interfering, accosting the Acclaim, the trios title. Well, I think someone also mentioned about the idea of Claudio costing Pac against Gravity, which would be interesting. But yeah.
Can you imagine Pac comes back?
I don't need any more QTV on my TV screen, though.
Yeah, I could do without it. I really can. Yeah. I don't like it. And like we talked about the other night, dude, we watched, QT Marshall in Tijuana, and he had a different edge to him, a different attitude on him that was really entertaining to watch. I thought that was like the best QT Marshall I've seen in
100%. Tijuana QT is best QT. That's why even when we were watching the match the other night on Royal with Cheese Rampage, to where he had the patch on his back and everything, I forgot what the hell was going on. And you're like, no, that's where he was getting dropped in shards of glass and everything and thumbtacks.
Right, and he had an issue with an audience member as well as Don Callis.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish if they were going to give us QT, they'd do something serious with QT. But I don't think QT is ever going to get over with that audience. I don't know why, but nonetheless, the QTV shit's got to go away.
They've got to stop with the QT, like you said, the QTV shit. And if they gave him that serious angle of he's just a technical badass that's still going to sit there and he'll go that extra mile. He'll put you through, he's going to just be that despicable heel that, he's sitting there throwing Penta, tearing out his mask, throwing him in the back of the ambulance and getting trash thrown on him by the Tijuana crowd and everything.
Yeah, no, a completely different animal. It's way better. What else we got here? Dirk's in the house.
Well, Dirk was, I guess you were dancing along to me singing there at one point.
Yeah, I had that up for a second there. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm always dancing. There's always music in my feet.
I was going to say, and I keep breaking out into fucking carpool karaoke over here.
Yeah,
live stream karaoke.
This channel is fucking karaoke. It's hilarious.
It's how we know still the goal is to get copyright one of us is singing.
That is the goal. Do you think Lance Archer would be better in Collision and get repackaged? Archer is more menace and build the Snake Pit faction of Jake and join. There's a lot to unpackage there.
I agree with all of it. I think Lance Archer is super underrated. Yeah. And again, what you can do with Collision, you've got guys like Andrade over there. You've got Miro, who's just been having squash matches. It actually feels pro wrestling.
Yeah.
The foreign word to still a lot of people, and they still don't get fully the definition of it, but this is pro wrestling. So Lance Archer over there, I think, is a much better fit than Discount Sports Entertainment on Wednesday.
No, absolutely. And he has been underutilized. Like when he came back off his injury, and I heard an interview, he goes on Busted Open and he's like, yeah, I'm back and I'm ready to take names and da-da-da-da-da-da. And then he ended up on a couple dark matches. And then he kind of wandered off, did some New Japan, came back. Like, I don't understand. And somebody talked about this yesterday about there seems to be this slant to the small. Well, you can't make Lance Archer a champion or push Lance Archer because then all the baby faces are tiny, and we'll tell the story then and figure it out. I don't know, but
you built the roster. We didn't build you the fucking roster. I'm sorry that one of your better guys is bigger than half your fucking roster. Then you make him this big fucking monster, like a Kane, like an Undertaker, even. And you've got to topple the giant. There wasn't a ton of 7-foot guys walking around during the Attitude Era. You had Kane, Taker, you had a few, Paul, the Giant, Paul White, but you still had Rock, Taker, Austin, etc., Hunter that were taller guys. You just got to build them up.
Well, that brings up a whole other topic that we'll probably get into some other day. But
Yeah, that was a tangent.
again, it's what wrestling fans used to tune in, and whether it was male or female, there was a multitude of reasons to tune in, but it felt like you were tuning into something adult, and it felt like you were tuning in to watch superstars, like people that weren't your just run of the mill Joes, that kind of idea. And I think sometimes now people, especially old fans, tune in and they see the kid next door, ready to wrestle, and you're like, oh fuck, what is this?
Well, that's still a bit of a tangent and everything like that. But
Right?
it's one of those more of still that I think you can still get away with. Still, you've got to have a personality with it, and that's
For sure.
thing. Yeah, but
and the Jake thing, I just want to say, I feel like Lance has moved past Jake. I love Jake, but I think we could just, you know what, Jake, you can go do something else. I don't know.
But I think on a Collision to where there hasn't been really any managers or anything like that. I think it could kind of work a little bit. He'd be the big heel manager on Collision,
right? Yeah,
I like the idea of like a snake pit faction, and it just becomes Jake Flex kind of a menagerie, a dangerous alliance of stars.
Yeah, no, not opposed to it at all. Not opposed to it at all.
Metal Rules out here saying CM puke. Fair enough. A-Town, let me know. Nick, I'm going to go online to see how much a parade permit would cost for 1 to 5 people for the crew of Wrasslin for Life.
Amazing.
Yes! I want this to happen. Even if I'm not there, I will, depending on cost, I might help fund it.
We got a bump bouncing back. Can we do it?
Wait, what's your what now?
we got a bump bouncing back if we get a parade.
Oh, yeah, 100%. TK will not move to Thursday because of football.
Yeah,
you might stand a better chance against Thursday night football than you would on Saturdays with
that's valid. That's a valid argument, right?
Yeah, because most of the time Thursday night football is on Amazon Prime, etc. Not always super accessible, and normally those games aren't the greatest. It's again even like with going with your pay-per-views going on Sundays to where you would have your late night football games and everything. You're gonna run into that conflict there.
Yep. No, I mean, again, this is the problem with another show, was the wrestling week is jam-packed. So, again, I think we're going to see a Saturday night show for a long time, guys. But they're going to be up against some battles, some hurdles, and I hope they have a plan.
Right. As we're about to go live here in about a minute here, I believe, with Collision, A-Town out here saying we got to throw out Mardi Gras beads. I'm not going to get to the full comment because I like being on YouTube. Yes, it's Sky Blue Saturday. Good evening, Wrestling for Life gang. How was your day? Brandon, my day was fantastic. How was your day, sir?
My day was wonderful. Can't complain.
Right. James, J-Boy, what up? Bobby,
what up?
Nick. There's Big Dog here. I didn't see him, but if I didn't, my bad. Actually, KJ Nick, you can get you a hotel room on Bourbon Street and throw beads from your balcony room to the women. Okie dokie. Thanks for the information, A-Town.
Yeah. DM me with more details, please.
Well, speaking of DMs here, Dirk's out here saying that's why Tony Khan need to hire KJ Nick. You guys are ideas for this women and wrestlers. What will be Integra if someone is bland? We get them a character.
Yeah. I kind of worked through that. I mean, at the end of the day, and I had said this before, Nick, we've talked about it. Creative has nothing for you right now, or they're not sure what to do with so-and-so. It's your job, right? Like, you don't roll up at the mechanic and he's like, I'm not really sure what to do with this car today. Like, figure it the fuck out, do what you're supposed to do. So, I mean, for any of these, characters or any of these people, and I know we loosely use the word character, but at the end of the day, man, like, figure it out. And I mean, there's enough people around that can help you figure things out.
Right.
That is what it is. But
I, by the way, have Collision kicking off right now with the Acclaimed kind of cutting a promo. And now we've got Failure to Launch here, Dante Martin and Action Andretti cutting a promo. I like this kind of, they cut the promo before the intro to the show. as we got Bullet Club Gold now.
I like it.
Bang Bang Club. And then they kick into the intro and even the video package. Everything has the competitors that are going to be on tonight.
No, I like it. I think it's that old school vibe. We used to get those, those quick hits on the beginning of any of the wrestling shows where they would tell you what you're tuning in to see. And I don't think this is any different.
I got Starks coming out here saying he's going to celebrate in absolute style. But I will warn you, sir, you might want to roll up your windows and lock your car here if you're in Newark, New Jersey. But yeah, we're getting basically the intro is just a replay halfway of last week. But I know I've made the comparison, and I saw some new names pop up in the chat. We'll get there in a second. But I know I've made the comparison of this being WCW, but this is WCW Nitro in all the best ways to me with Collision. Oh, it's like I said, it's got that same type of vibe of the build-up kind of seems geared towards that specific show. It's got a little bit, reminds you of last week, you get a little bit of the video packages out of the gate. It focuses on just in-ring action. There's not the over dramatic stories. It's Nitro before the Russo effect really took place.
Yeah, you kind of got a point to it. Like I said, it's got that definitely vibe and build and formatting to it. And I think it's working. And I mean, when you deliver matches like you have the last couple of weeks, it's hard to argue that it's definitely working.
Right. John, what up? Victor. Gavin Festino, we got another Victor now. Oh my God, KJ and Nick, tell you like this idea since Jack Perry's Hollywood, have him and Anna Jay, but have Jake Roberts be his manager, or like Father Mitchell was for Abyss. Well, if he's going to be a heel, I mean, I don't hate it.
That's not terrible. I do.
And Archer's is heavy. Archer's is heavy.
We talked about Archer being as heavy. That would be interesting. We talked about Big Bill maybe being as heavy. I think Anna Jay should definitely be beside him to make everyone even angrier with him.
Right. As I've got Starks coming out right now. J-Boy saying Denver Broncos win the Super Bowl. No, let's go Buffalo. What's good, everybody? TJ, what up? Is that a start? Yes. I'm just trying.
Yes, we're off to the races.
Right. Trevor, what up there? I finally reached the bottom. That why Punk had a meeting with the people for Collision. Sup, KJ and Nick? What up, Travis? Ain't said someone Big Bill with Perry. I think we've talked about it, but they need to change him away from Big Bill just to begin with, anyways.
Big Perry. Big Perry, Little Perry.
Big Bill, Little Perry. That's what it'll be.
Right.
No, needs to go back to W. Morrissey. If you had, even then, say you've got W. Morrissey and Lance Archer are the two big heavies for chicken shit Jack Perry with Anna Jay, and maybe you've got Jake's the mouthpiece for everybody, because I don't know who can cut a promo out of that group.
Bro,
there you go.
Look at this pyro.
Drink it in, man. That's 100%.
You talk about people getting Ricky Starks over, and look where he's at now after just a few weeks doing this, because he had got kind of stale, kind of lost in the shuffle, and someone else had claimed they got him over, but here he is now looking a lot better than he used to. It's still good.
The pyro won't cool. Like, because it's going to be this heel turn, this pompous douchebag.
And it works, man. I mean, like,
it works. That's the thing. It's like we were saying there, a lot of people, and we've talked about it, when you only had Dynamite and Rampage, and it was literally just the same people were on the same shows every week, all of that. This has forced their hand of there's got to be some guys that only get featured on Collision now, and it's made them feel much bigger than what they would have if they were stuck just on a 5-minute promo segment on Wednesdays.
Ricky's a star, man. And I mean, he looks like a star. What they just did with that entrance, his attitude, he's got a chip on his shoulder. And I think, again, this is a guy that kind of got himself hot and then they cooled off. I love this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Jacoby, what up? Mick, let's do this. Yeah, buddy. Travis, Cornette said what? Did Cornette actually say what? If Cornette said what, I need that audio recording here. But what you guys said, Big Bill needs a different name. Oh, so you're saying Cornette said what we're saying. Fair enough. So now it becomes which came first, us or Cornette?
Right.
What?
Well, sometimes great minds think alike.
Right. JV, but wouldn't putting Anna Jay with Jack Perry just feel like a copy of Sammy and Tag? Yeah, but it got Sammy fucking heel heat.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen other couples. Isn't it just like, fucking Edge and Lita? Is it not like fucking Trish and
Right.
Like the list goes on, right? Like, so I have no problem with him mimicking and do it better.
Stark's out here cutting a promo, and he's bringing up a good point. He's like, I hear everybody talking about the controversy. He's like, when's that going to matter? 20 years from now, that I got, they're going to pay attention to when I did it, not how I did it.
Yeah, exactly.
This is really good for Starks. This is, like you were saying earlier, this has helped him get out of that kind of shadow of everything going on Dynamite.
And one hell of a promo, man.
Well, we've seen that
the
he's
attitude.
good when he's on the mic. They just don't give him the goddamn time to ever do it.
Tony, give me that mic. That is wicked, man. Yeah, no, you're right.
Right. Larry, what up? I don't know if he said he's wearing Prada. It probably is.
I think so.
Ricky Starks reminds me of The Rock, minus the muscles.
He looks like a mini Rock. I see where you're going for sure.
How come no one says that he's copying The Rock, but everyone wants to come for LA Knight's head?
Right. Because
I stand on my own. I'm absolutely Ricky Starks.
Right. It's because a lot of people are watching the other show and know who LA Knight is.
Because one guy was getting actually over. The other guy is still trying to get over.
That's true.
Oh.
Big cheer.
Here comes Phil.
Oh, that's why. But again, little details. No music. No music.
No music. Just walks out.
Yeah.
Didn't even probably come through the entrance. Like, just kind of walked out from the side of the entrance ramp.
Again, vibe.
Right.
It's the tone you're trying to set. It's not like, hey, DJ, hit my song.
Yeah, you're not Vampiro out here of I can't run in until you hit my music.
Right?
No.
Hit my music.
Right. This is how it would be if you were really somebody that was backstage and you're pissed off. I'm going to just walk out there and fine, we'll fucking talk about it.
What is the crowd chanting?
I'm not sure, but notice how Punk got a babyface reaction here.
A little bit.
Is this how they go adjacent to Punk getting booed everywhere? Those kind of halfway babyface heel reactions. So now we're going to put him versus the guy you're supposed to be booing.
He knows, A, it doesn't matter. B, that if he just keeps showing up each week and Collision keeps putting on really, really good shows, that people will stop talking about the bullshit, the drama. Now, some really obsessive people won't, but he will win them over in time. Did Nick freeze?
Punk out here going at the New Jersey Devils.
Wow, he cutting on the Jersey Devils. So heel. Right?
He's a little in between here. He's out here saying, I can live with the L.
That was a weird compliment.
Right. Is that Ricky Stark's $500 t-shirt?
It is.
Right. Ricky looks like he would be sellers with Danny Garcia.
Right?
Guys, the boobers for Punk, yeah, because he started taking shots at the Devils.
Mm-hmm. And he just walked off.
Yeah, this is so weird. It's compelling, but both men are getting cheered and booed.
Yo, I like this. Challenge for the red bag. And Ricky just brought it up. Oh, Punk coming back. Listen, the crowd's working with it. Like, that's what I like about it. You hear the ebbs and flows of the audience when you have them.
Right.
Now they're chanting CM Punk.
Like I said, it's back and forth on babyface. You want a shot at what's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
Or you're like Little Max and you just don't want me to have it. Oh, shots fired. Burr, 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 burr.
Oh.
Even Punk's facials during all of this is fantastic. The way he
just called himself the world champion
related to the camera.
Sorry.
Christian and Kanosaurus coming out now.
We got Christian.
We're contractually obligated as TNT champion to appear in front of the live audience tonight. So he's even pointing out, I don't want to fucking be here. I'm here because I'm contractually obligated to be here. He's Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I won't get fined. You're called Dirty Jersey for a reason.
That's amazing. All right, folks. So Christian and Luchasaurus here talking to Punk and Ricky Starks in the ring. So they're very interesting.
Right. Starks trying the eyebrow funny.
See? We caught that.
Punk real world champion. We got Christian. My TNT champ, says TJ. I smoke in a bag. We'll do it responsibly, J-Boy. This is interesting. Christian and Punk take my money. Mick, know your role, sweat hogs. Whoa.
Right.
Collision is better than Dynamite. Yes, it is. Darby's coming out now. Everybody's coming out. This is a hell of a way to kick off your fucking show.
Yeah, no entrance music.
And no music, no nothing. Just walks up behind him, takes the mic.
And the crowd goes wild.
Darby is a hybrid of Jeff Hardy and Sting. Anyone that's ride or die with the company is a pillar in my eyes. And he hugs Punk. Now does Darby start getting booed?
I don't know. No, if he's hugging Punk.
Who's champion? Is it you or is it you?
Right?
The new face of TNT. So they're actually making it seem like the TNT title only gets defended on TNT.
Right.
What a novel idea.
And it matters. It's not like people want that title. Like you see, you make it at the forefront.
This show's mid-card title.
Yep. Perfect.
Right. Why don't we have a little tag match?
So could it be Punk versus MJF at All In for the belts? The unification?
My heart beats still. Don't do that to me this early.
I'm still
recovering, my guy. Don't do that to me. If I want that so much, you just heard my voice probably crack there. I want that so much. I hit puberty again there. But
yeah,
I don't know if we ever will get that match. That's a AEW bucket list match for me.
Well, it's just the fact that they keep hinting at it, right? Like, and now Punk is actually coming out and saying, I am the champ.
Right. Tony Khan has made it official.
Wow.
So it's Ricky Starks and either Christian Cage or Luchasaurus, I guess whoever is the TNT champion.
Wow.
Versus CM Punk and Darby Allin tonight.
Watch the numbers go up now. They just
announced. Oh, yeah. That's got a main event tonight.
So it's funny because it said it could be either Christian or Luchasaurus, but like they put Christian in the graphic. So I wonder if that means Luchasaurus is going to be the guy.
Yeah, right? That's why I was prefacing it.
Interesting. And again, you know what? Luchasaurus matters right now, whether you love or hate the gimmick. I mean, he's there with Christian. It works. The dynamic works. And everybody sees what he's doing, but it's working.
Right. Speaking of working, the commentary team on Collision is 100% working as well. With Ian Riccaboni and Nigel, of obviously Kevin Kelly's still doing the G1 over Japan, but that's been another huge standout, I think, for Collision is the commentary team. Yeah, honestly, we almost feel like we compete with them of literally where they're saying everything exactly we're saying. So shit.
No, I like it.
Andrade's not getting allowed in.
Oh, Andrade's not allowed in the building. Is Sammy Guevara on the premises?
Right. So he's not allowed. He's not allowed on Dynamite. He's apparently not allowed on Collision. Where the fuck is he allowed? Rampage?
I'm going to the WWE.
Right. I'm going to be with my wife.
He's like, this place sucks. I'd rather be in Charlotte.
Rather be in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Perry, wait, I skipped the comment that I wanted to read. I missed it. Cornet said, got that one.
Can anyone explain to me why Andrade, besides just management's not wanting him here, like what did he do to warrant management not wanting him in the building?
I can't even remember why he's not allowed in.
Mm-hmm. That would have been nice to know. But yeah, so it's Sky Blue versus Taya Valkyrie. They're finally advertising it correctly. So Sky Blue versus Taya tonight.
Dude, so it is Sky Blue and Taya.
Yes, and we've got tonight Miro in action as well.
So we get that match, which should be fun. We are getting Miro, which excellent. Right. We're getting the trios title match, and now we're getting a Punk, Darby, Luchasaurus, maybe Christian, Ricky Starks main event.
I believe so. But up next, we're getting Fader launch there. Andretti and Martin versus Jay White and Juice Robinson.
No, that's a good booking. Right. This should be. I think it'll be a nice, quick win for the Bullet Club.
Little bit. It'll be a halfway competitive match, but it'll be a quick run for them.
Solid card, guys. Solid card. I mean, if we look, sorry, Nick, but you look at Wednesday, right? Pac
right.
and the Astronaut, or pick one.
Right. No Buzz Lightyear's here, but Ring of Return said, I was supposed to be at Collision tonight.
He sneezed.
Trust me, I can relate, my guy, right now. Trust me, I got the May 19th. I can relate. They said because of when Andrade came to the ring to get his mask back the other day. What in the name of the bullshit reasoning?
They said because when Andrade came to the ring with the mask. Oh, okay. Interesting. It's so hard to be like, you know what everyone else is doing. You did it too, and we're going to punish you instead.
Right.
That's not allowed. You
can't do that. Yeah, you can.
That's not nice.
KJ Nick, one of the guards, said Tony doesn't want him ruining a match. Oh, like it's one of those of just really you're gonna what?
Your visceral reaction to that comment was
because it's just like really that's the man hasn't fucking enforced that goddamn type of rule or anything in 4 fucking years now, almost at this point. Now you're gonna finally do it.
3 weeks ago, 18 people ran in the main event. Remember the night when there were 47 run-ins? I love it. But
Jesus.
Fuck's sake.
Fucking A.
Get out my swamp.
Piggins Sky Blue. Bad shape. What up? Bullet Club Gold versus Action Andretti and Darius Martin. Yes. Must be House of Black versus Acclaimed match. I don't know what you're talking about, Larry.
Not next.
That might have been the main event. No.
It might be.
Heard FDR and Jan Juice tore the house down last week. Yes, they did.
Yes.
You should go back and A, watch that match, and B, go back and watch us watch that match as well when we were here watching Collision and Slammiversary as well.
Yeah, no, I legit picture Dave Meltzer on the phone being like, guys, I know, but I can't give him 4.5 stars. I know, dude, guys, I can on this one.
Right.
There's no way. I picture that's how it went.
Well, then there's the whole rumor that, Uncle Davey's there texting Tony Khan that, he didn't know that the power went out or the fucking feed went out on his fucking stream and everything.
The goal.
There's not a whole company of people working backstage or anything, but
the goal. No what bothered me more, and a lot of people, and I even heard Jimmy
real quick, just by the way, we are in commercial break.
We are in commercial break, folks. We got a lot more Collision coming. But on that quick side note, know what bothered me more than the fact that he did it? That he felt the need to go on his fucking podcast and tell like, shut up. Who gives a fuck, dude? What do you want, a medal? You want a fucking high five?
Name drop. Raindrop. He's fucking Migos song out here.
Why tell us?
Because, like I said, Migos song. Name drop. Raindrop.
Right.
Drop top.
You guys see how important I am? I text
exactly. See, I can text Tony Khan immediately, whatever I need to. I have him on the fucking red Batman phone.
If it wasn't for me right now, everybody would still be sitting.
You would have never known who won between fucking Chris Statlander and Taya Valkyrie. And no one would have cared.
Yeah, no, it made me laugh, dude.
Right. I've got Martin and Andretti coming out right now. Top Flight. Well, no, Failure to Launch. They're half a flight. They're a one-winged angel out
Top
here.
Flight, yeah.
Alexis, what up? Boss, what up? Victor's, I guess, popping because of me. Bonkers and Jan Juice up next. Yeah, they're coming out right now. So let us know, folks, who you're taking for this prediction. I know the title isn't on the line because it's a regular weekly show, but so shout out to Alexis winning the prediction championship. Maybe she can topple the current streak of 1 week reigns here.
It's gonna be hard to get back-to-back champs.
Yeah, a little bit. Just shows you how good pro wrestling is right now. But we've got all of Bullet Club Gold coming out right now, and I really like that the Gun Club's involved in this. This feels like a really good faction, honestly.
And it's wicked. It's good. It works.
Right.
Boston wondering if Punk's actually going to pull the title out of the bag and start acting like the real champ. I think at some point.
But when? That's the thing.
Listen. I'm not like, again, the bag and not showing it. It's an interesting move.
Does it get you all in?
Maybe
that's where he does it.
Maybe. Right? Or, he gets a face-to-face with MJF and reaches in the bag and pulls it out and goes, do you mean this belt? Maybe.
I could see that, but still, you imagine just the initial reaction of if you do it in Wembley, if you say manage to make that match of MJF versus CM Punk to define who is the AEW World Champion. That's your fucking main event. You ain't going to top that. Shut up.
Right.
And you get that visceral response of Punk walks out, just has the red sack, stops at the entrance right after it's clobbering time, and pulls the actual AEW championship out of there. Awesome. Fucking instant pop.
Yeah. No, I mean, sooner than later. I thought it was cool with Starks having his bag, and then he goes, you know what? Let's put the bags on the line. Let's go. Pause.
Right. Yeah. Well, everybody's going to carry around their championship in a bag, but I do kind of like it because it weirdly does it not really harken back to it being more old school. If you're treating the title as it's prestigious and everything. It's got to be carried in its own separate bag and everything. It's like a trophy.
Yeah. Right. Jacoby, that's funny as shit.
Oh, wait, can we get more Andrade here? I need to hear it then.
Right. Jay and Juice up next.
Oh, I get to know.
Oh, you want to hear it again? No, I got
to. Come on.
You can put me on the spot.
There we go.
I don't even know what I did.
With me all the fucking time. What are you talking about? Yeah, listen to me.
I did it 20 minutes ago. Like,
exactly.
It's working out.
It's hard times out here when you're the guy that's normally doing the impressions out here. It's hard times.
Kate, Shay, and Nick, did you see Richard Martinez's comment? Maybe.
Hold on. Now I got to try and. Someone put it in the chat. That's why we got super chats and everything with that. And super stickers and everything, because we're going to miss half these at this point here.
It is. It's rapid fire.
Anyone catch the drive-through today and Heat Cornette blast going off about the company that stole their advertising money?
I did hear.
I am not.
I have heard this, and again, I don't much care. I'm like, all right, let's get to the wrestling, but they're funny. Right. Jim's a funny storyteller. I mean, if you take like how much you hate Jim away, at times he is a good storyteller, whether he's full of shit or not. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, sometimes that's what makes doing this stuff easier and better, I guess, or more entertaining is when the person's a good storyteller. No, I hadn't caught that yet.
And I you know what? I got a big chuckle out of everything going on with them and Matt Hardy, and you're like, wait a minute, Matt randomly threw the Cornette fans under the bus right as he's launching his podcast kind of thing here, and it being in SI. I'm like, okay. I see you, man. I see you, Smurf.
Yeah, a little bit.
Right? Bullet Club Gold with the Ass Boys.
Fair enough. Yes. Chef saying, I'm here, White. We got John taking Bullet Club Gold. Alexa taking Bullet Club Gold. White and Juice for the win. I like Jacoby out here of Dave is bad and bougie. Don't give it a classic match 5 stars with the Uzi. Yeah.
Speaking of bougie.
Great minds think alike.
There you go. Oh, shit.
Make sure you check out our interview with Jay Bougie tomorrow, dropping at 4:00 Eastern. Go ahead and drop a like on that video already, and that way it'll let you know, and it'll just instantly pull it up for you. There you go.
There you go. And big neck breaker on
Darius.
He needs a better first name.
Why? What? How many people you know named Darius? The only one I can think of is Darius Rucker. If I only want to be with
you. I was talking about action.
Oh.
I'm okay with Darius. Like
I saw Darius
getting
splat in the corner. So that's why I was like, is that who you're talking about?
I can get it behind a little Hootie.
Yeah. Little Hootie and a little booty. But yeah, no. Who names their kid Action?
Right. Oh, the
Louis, what up? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Louis, what up? Oh, yeah, we got TK's plug in the house, 100%, which, by the way,
Brandon,
Discord, 100%. You need to join our Discord. We got the Twitters, we got the Instagrams, we got the TikToks, we got anything and everything for your wrestling needs. What? I'm in picture as you're, doing you, boo boo.
I'm doing well. I'm not in picture.
Oh.
I got Jay they're beating the hell out of Action.
Yeah, right now I've got him throwing from every barricade to this barricade to that barricade.
Right.
Oh, now Darius going flying.
Is MJF willing to work with Punk? Yes. Mm-hmm. Or is he a guy that wouldn't? Nope. That would be a shame if they would lose their feud. No, MJF's all about business. MJF probably agrees with 80, if not 90% of Punk's angle. The MJF has worked it into his promos of like, I'm not these idiots flipping around like morons, not selling any tickets.
Right. 100% of that's been MJF's whole thing. That would be interesting to make that shift from him teaming with Adam Cole to get to him facing CM Punk. That's an interesting shift. That would be the only thing that I think might hang that idea up. As far as MJF wanting to work with Punk, I don't see why he wouldn't.
Yeah. Go. Nick and KJ, do you think it's good Ricky Starks holds Owen Hart title? Do you think he should make that a title on Collision? No, it shouldn't be a mainstay title, Nick. I don't think. But I do like that he's showing it off, kind of like the Owen Hart with his Slammy, right?
Yeah, it's very much.
By the way, it should have been like a Slammy award. It should have looked like a Slammy,
like a golden KJ. Jay, gee, I wonder where we got the idea from.
Right.
But yeah, well, and even then, Adam Cole didn't walk around with it, week in and week out. So Stark's doing it. I get it's the trophy, but it's so interesting because it's always like bronze, green trophy there or title from the greatest Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Richard, thank you very much for the super chat. 100%. Hey guys, did you see the report that Bray will pop up at SummerSlam either in Cody and Brock or Roman and Jay or Seth and Vince? So in the 3 men's matches that have been advertised, Bray will show up. So if they advertise like Otis versus Max, like Masse, that they'll, he might show up there too.
With this combination, Nick, I think that I mean I've seen the rumors about Bray coming back going after Roman. I don't know how I feel about that, to be 100% honest. Hot tag, by the way, and here comes Darius.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like Roman Bray. I don't, especially because I feel like Bray would have to lose. I could see it being Cody. I thought that was a good direction before, the squeaky clean Cody against the dark and grimy Bray. But let's just get him back and see what the fuck he has to say.
I don't think we're going to ever know when Bray's going to actually show back up. Like, there's going to be no precursor. There's going to be no warning. You wouldn't see any sort of a report. That'll be one of the most probably tightly lipped things. That'll be one of those where they sneak him back in through backstage where he's, shows up in a fucking hoodie and everything like that.
Yeah.
It'll be that type of situation. You're not going to, hopefully, I would hope that you're not going to see these dirt sheet reports or these speculations that, he'll show up at SummerSlam and then he just does. No, it'll be one of those it will catch us completely off guard.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that's the way it should be. I don't want any white rabbits or anything. Just appear and make it impactful. Do something that matters.
Even if it does come back as like the Fiend or something like that, however he does come back, Just make it that huge moment. Don't give us the fucking bait and switch, because the second we get anything creepy at this point, spray. So now you've burned that bridge. You've used that. So now he just has to just has to appear.
If I had it my way, Nick, there would be some big moment, some big event, some main some main eventers in the ring, something happening, kind of like we did with, you look back when Cena gets jumped by Nexus, but lights out, lights come back on. It's Bray and a few friends, and they just decimate the entire show. And they send everything off. Like, they tear the ring apart, they tear the people apart. Maybe they send out other fucking baby faces from the back and they tear them apart. They just make a statement, make it big, make us go, holy shit.
Right. Well, I could still see it being just Bray doing something like that. Like I said, if he did come back, say it's like the Fiend, he pops out, turns around, and just, we go back to the old school Fiend of he just shows up, attacks somebody, mandible claw, and then it cuts out. And that's you get maybe 30 seconds of the Fiend, a minute tops.
Yep.
And that's it. And that's enough to, holy shit. I
want to go big with him. I want him to decimate, like the whole night. He just destroys everybody, like just kill everybody. Take no prisoners. LA Knight interact with STSA at SummerSlam.
Talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Why? Can we get a hell? Yeah. That's the way I could see it. If we get a hell, yeah.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I just want LA Knight to do something. That's one of the most highly debated. Wow, big punch. There we go.
Juice with a. That was so I don't even weird. Know what that it's like a front face DDT.
It's such a crazy looking move.
Blade Runner. And they cut away from it. Why'd you cut away from that to just show Juice and
wait.
Dante on the outside? That's shit.
Who's on the button on that fucking call?
Good match, terrible production.
Yeah, like how do you miss the finisher? Mope? Okay, big. I'm loving the Bullet Club, guys. They look great. Gin and Juice or Jay and Juice have been outstanding.
Right. But Richard, I guess, so we both kind of wouldn't hate it.
I just want him doing something substantial. So
what's up?
Sorry.
No, I missed what you said.
I just want him to do. I really want them to, get their shit together when it comes to LA Knight, and I believe he's earned a push. I believe he should be doing something better. If he's doing a like anything gimmicky, I don't want it. If this is just in passing in the hallway on the way to a good match, I'm all for it.
But I don't know. I could see more gimmicky. I could see a babyface and babyface reaction type thing, because LA Knight's very much not a heel anymore. And I did see this theory, this whole point getting brought up, and I do want to throw it out there because it might save some of the LA Knight fans that are like, they're fucking ruining him. But what other person that's getting buried gets a new theme song, gets new merchandise, gets a featured segment, whether it's even they release it on their YouTube or is still featured just to come out and cut a promo every week. Like, I know it's not what we wanted when we wanted it, but it's much like what we've seen with guys like LA in the past a bit with the Money in the Bank so far. With Cody at WrestleMania 39, it's WWE's now going playing this game of, we'll build you up and we think you're going to go there, but we'll wait to go here. Now they finally need to deliver something big on the back end here to validate this, though.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's, that's their challenge with it all. But I think I just don't understand the mindset of not following the organic push. Like, if it happens, ride it. If someone, it's like Dom Mysterio getting all those boos and ignoring it. Nah, he's still a baby face. He still hangs out with his dad. To me, it's just stupid.
Yeah. Well, it's like well, that's the thing. That's a great example right there. It's like it's like if they ignored everything going on with Dom and we wouldn't have had him main event every show this week for WWE.
That's crazy. I mean, and that's a good way to put it. And again, I think part of their thinking is, like you said, you make them the fan base ravenous. They want it so bad. When we finally give it to them, they'll be thrilled. Yeah, but eventually You don't get fed. You find somewhere else to get your dinner, right? So
Right.
they got to get to their point at some point. But I will be right back.
I was going to say, speaking of getting to points, I think take a pause. I'm going to try and get through those comments as quick as I can as we're in commercial break right now. Gilly, what up? Before the muscles, I meant. I forgot what you comment. Kenny or TJ, shout out Kenny. If I missed it, what up? WWE makes too much money to ever be truly out of business. 100%. Richard, maybe Bray will have Brock do the muscle man dance. Yeah. WWE is hotter than ever in terms of revenue and live attendance, so I really don't see that happening, Fred. What did Kenny say? Well, I got Curvin. Do you think WWE overexposed the Judgment Days? Not quite, not so far, I would say. Yes, Vector, we did get to the super chats. What did Kevin say? I can't see it right now. But anyways, moving on. Kenny. Cody, Brock 3, yeah, yawn, rehashed garbage, and Roman J 2 or 3, I forgot, who cares, same lame gimmick, time for change, time for new storylines, if not WWE about a business in 2 to 3 years. That's all right, yeah. Maybe slow your roll with your tribalism there a little bit, or that's just a hot take to have a hot take, but that's what happens with a lot of people at times when it comes to wrestling. You take a hot take, they take a hot take and you end up being super wrong, but yeah. I think everybody else in the chat let you know that before I did. John, what up? J-Boy, Bobby with Bray. No, don't go back to that. We've already got Bobby out here talking, having conversations with Carmelo and Trick, and then he had the conversation last week with the Street Profits. So, yeah, we're getting a new faction there. I think Bray goes up out of like, you never heard, the coming back of, they never, he's often of the Undertaker coming back. He just kind of show up. Bray shouldn't touch the bloodline. Bloodline is based on reality. Bray is supernatural. Yeah. I could see, does Bray go after Cody might be one of the more halfway believable things of it be the hard times, the trials and tribulations. Because I think Bray, when he comes back, whoever he comes back against, whatever he comes back doing, he's got to win at least a couple of times. Maybe if not even at least win in a good way the first few that he's in. But I'm getting a replay of Willow versus Athena last night from Death Before Dishonor. Again, if you haven't gone and checked out AR stream for that, go and check that out. Or B, go and check out the show and check out that match. As I've got Miro coming out, so I'll try and run through some of these records here so far. 1-0 says Boston. Alexis 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Nick out here saying he's a fan of the Miami Heat. Fair enough. Bray, Redbeard, Brody King, Butcher, Blade, Abaddon. That wouldn't be bad, but last I knew, Bray's still in a contract with WWE, but then you'd also have to take away Brody from House Black. Larry's 1-0. Miro in action next. LA Knight. Rocket will eventually run out of gas before long. WWE needs to capitalize on it. Yeah, that's the thing I worry about is that we've got Miro versus Camarato. Enomana Patre, File, Espirito Sante. But Camarado out here just taking it to Miro, actually, jumping him on the entrance. But yeah, I'm worried that LA Knight, that the fans might turn or lose faith in him or lose steam on him before WWE decides to really jump with him. Remember this, good things come to those who wait. Yes, 100%. Then Bronson joins them. Wait, who, what now? Larry, no one SoCal, High Desert this month had really sucked. Oh, scared August, September. Y'all having your own conversation. Adam, very weird. Sub KJ Nick, but this got good. Until then, Tony Khan fingerprint. This better not turn into Dynamite. Fair enough.
Hi.
KJ and Nick, Reigns pin Bray at SummerSlam 2020 in a triple threat with Braun Strowman. Also, to begin his 1,000+ day reign till now, I believe this is called continuity and good storytelling.
Yeah.
Was it at SummerSlam or was it at like a fucking Payback? Was that Payback?
I thought it was Payback.
Yeah, everybody gets their fucking, because SummerSlam was the first match between Bray and Braun.
Wow. Sorry, Nick. Sorry. Wow. The crowd goes wild, dude. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is fucking, excuse my language, you two, but man, this is excellent. And you know what? They got Camarado acting like a beast, not a douche. It is so much better for Camarado, even though he's about to do a job hard.
Right, but he's
Miro
away
is
from TV,
amazing.
but but the crowd pops huge for Miro as he locks in the fucking camel
What a
clutch there.
match. The simplicity is so beautiful in that match. What a great fucking quick match.
But that's what's worked with Miro the Redeemer here. But I guess speaking of redemption, we've got Richard dropping a big old super chat. Thank you for my guy.
Thank you so much.
He had so much to say, so he had to pay the extra fees here. But hi, the question is, will Zoe Stark turn on Trish at WWE SummerSlam to join Judgment Day? No. To throw Becky versus Trish out? No. We might see Tommaso Ciampa versus The Miz at SummerSlam, in which makes sense. You got there on the end there. Not gonna lie, you had us in the first half, but Tommaso Ciampa versus The Miz at SummerSlam to me makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it might happen. It might be some combination of something, but we will see. I mean, he's kind of been like The Miz did Miz TV a segment after Ciampa last week, and there was no real Ciampa Miz interaction, right? So I don't know what they're going to do with Ciampa. I hope it's something important. I'd like to see Gargano rejoin him.
Oh yeah, we need DIY 100%.
Now with I think there's a possibility that I mean I said it the other night of people think about Lita, but what about possibly Mickey coming to join this story? Because who would go against Trish even that much nicer as far as talent in the ring than Mickey?
Right. Well, I did talk about that. I think while you on a pause during the Ring of Honor, the 0 Hour, I think, actually, and everything. But Richard, again, thank you very much for the super chat. Very much appreciate $20, my guy. 100%. Big appreciate it. As I'm getting a video package for FTR, but I've seen the reports right now that, again, are coming out that we all thought were going to happen. Nick Aldis in talks with WWE. I think it very much could happen to where you have both of them just shift over. And you've got Nick Aldis that can instantly go. He could be involved with Cody again. He could be involved with Roman even. You could have him involved with Gunther, Drew, Sheamus even. There's so many top. You could have him involved with Seth. There's so many top-level ways you could use Nick Aldis on that card. And Mickey's instantly fucking jumpstart to whichever way you want to go with that women's division.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong at all. And I do like the fit of it all. The House of Black is coming out. Nick is going to take, maybe not. You might be taking a quickie, folks.
Yeah, I'm going to try and go now so that way I don't miss too much.
There you go. You got 6 minutes of entrance. All right, Nick's going to take a pause for the cause. We got House of Black coming out. Folks, get your predictions in for the the trios match that's coming up. The House of Black against the Acclaimed and Darius. So get your predictions in. I'm curious to see what you guys think. For everyone else who doesn't feel like making a prediction, at least say hi. Don't be shy. Don't be a stranger. We got more coverage coming your way. Tomorrow we are back. We are going to have an interview with Jay Bougie. It's going to be a fun one. He recently did a taping with MLW. He's been on AEW Dark. He's a great guy. It was a fun interview. Go check it out. I think one of the cool things about the interviews we do in most cases is you're going to catch wrestlers on their way up. So, a guy like Jay Bougie, watch this interview, and then you can kind of watch his climb because I do believe big things are in the future for Mr. PWI. So check that out. Monday, we're back for Raw all week long. We watch more live wrestling than any other channel. And trust me, weekends like this when we kind of prove it. But, the House of Black is making their entrance. Listen, Collision's been great. I've really enjoyed Collision tonight. Little details, little things that are going into this show that sometimes get lost on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Friday. We saw people coming out without their music. Even something simple like a revamped Camarado, I think is a good thing. Like the guy's a beast. And you have Nigel and you have Ian, and they're just selling. Look at this beast. Look at this guy. And then Miro turns it up. The crowd goes nuts. If you're live in New Jersey tonight, you're enjoying this show, without a doubt. Larry No SoCal, High Desert. Let me go back up. I don't know what that is. I'll just let that be. Very weird. Sup, KJ, Nick. but this got good until Tony Khan. Yeah, no. I don't think that's accurate. KJ and Nick Reigns pins Bray at SummerSlam 2020. Got that one. Steve, don't blame you. You're in the furnace there. LA Knight looks to be getting the Hangman Page treatment. You wait too long, and it means nothing when you finally pull the trigger. Steve, that is the risk you run. The reports I read recently say that they have something. Actually, I mentioned after Saudi, no, Money in the Bank. Triple H went out of his way to say we got big plans for LA Knight. Nick said it as well, like new music, new merch. Like it feels like it's common. And again, maybe it is just get the fans to a fever pitch. But if you don't strike when the iron's hot, it's going to cool off. And it is what it is. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? How you doing? I was looking up the current WWE roster, and it says Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Yes, the announcers are using it. The commentary is using it. They are using it. Dirty Dominic Mysterio. I don't know. But again, that's the great juxtaposition that, everything about Dom is. So, yeah, Dirty Dominic is official. The hottest storyline in all of wrestling, the same lame gimmick. LOL. Miro wins. Miro. Yeah, so I'm a little bit behind. I'm catching up. 1-0. Thank you again, Mr. Richard. Listen, with all the pay-per-views coming up, you just covered half of one. That's genius, and we greatly appreciate it. We put so much time and effort into this. So any love we get back, I mean, like Nick said earlier, goes right back into the business. It helps us build more content and keeps us on this channel more, bringing you guys more at the end of the day. Miro wins. Yes, he did. That was a great match. I'm thrilled. When Orton comes back, he should feud with Riddle, end the tag gimmick. It's possible. We wondered that for a while, and I still think it would be interesting if, like, Orton comes back, maybe helps Riddle, and everyone's like, oh my God, and then Riddle turns on Orton. But that's me being me. Either way, I just want to see Orton come back. Even if Orton's only got one run left in him, I'd love to see him come back. I really would. The guy is a legend. And here come the Acclaimed. Found you on the floor like drugs at the White House. Okay. So Caster says, hey, buddy, you're looking kind of nauseous, and gets kicked in the mouth, and we are off and running. Again, I like it. You don't let him finish his line. You don't let someone talk shit. He's about to cut hard on you. Get out there and kick him in the mouth. Beautiful start to the match. It would make more sense if Ciampa versus Reed at SummerSlam. They are currently feuding. Yeah, Boston, I kind of alluded to that, where like I said, Miz kind of stayed out of the way of that whole dynamic right now. And remember, Shinsuke kicked him in the head. So maybe we get some type of three-way. I don't know where they're going to go with it. Maybe Shinsuke and Reed team up on Ciampa, requiring DIY to reunite. But yeah, I think it's possible that we get, and I think my guy picked the wrong banner. Nick definitely not under the weather. Clicking the wrong show. Black has no face hair. It's weird. Big Dom. House of Black for the win. Ciampa joins the Brutes. No, not British enough. What's up, Joe? How you doing? Going with the Acclaimed. I'm going to go with you, Louie. I'm going Acclaimed. I don't know why, but I'm going to go the Acclaimed. House of Black. Hi. Yeah, indeed. This match is hard to call. I could see a case for both teams winning. Yeah, I mean, House of Black for me should be the winner. I kind of want them to continue and stay strong. And wow, Judas effect, essentially. Spinning back elbow. But I just have this funny feeling that I don't know. Mickey makes more sense than Lita, even though she retired. But Mickey never really officially retired, guys. Uh, and welcome back, TJ. I think the thing is, yeah, Mickey left, said goodbye. But it's wrestling. Just because she retired in one direction and not the other. And again, I know she talked about it being kind of that point of her career. Could she come back for 4 months, 2 months, get paid, still amazing in the ring? If she can go, I like it better than Lita. I do. I feel like Lita does a return like every 2.5 years. She shows up for some shit. House of Black for the win. That's his name. Camarado. Dude looks good. Remember, he was wearing like the funky hat and he was looking like an idiot and he was hanging around with QT Marshall. See, the trick is you get wrestlers away from QT Marshall and now they look good. They look like a badass. Camarado, what they did with him tonight, even though he lost, was excellent. Right? No one's going to fault the guy for getting beat up by Miro. Miro's a tank, right? But he looked like a badass and actually made Miro earn that victory. Wasn't long, but he had Miro through cheating, but had Miro on the ropes. The Acclaimed can do a better job in the trios title more than the House of Black. Why not have Andrade screw the House of Black? Well, I'm wondering because Andrade's locked in a room, JV, that this is where I think maybe they lose. Brody just breaks the tag up. So Buddy's stranded in the ring right now. Brody King is an absolute monster. And then again, Daddy Ass is a big boy. A big right hand. Now we said before, Andrade, if he's going to go after the House of Black, might need some friends. So what could we get here? Especially Andrade's locked in the room. Maybe a couple of his friends help out. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Time flies. Dirty condom. I'll just let that hang. Big Dom. Here comes Daddy Ass. Again, things I never thought I'd be yelling out loud. House of Black for the win. All right. Oh. Malachi laying out Billy. Do you think Miro needs Lana by his side? He doesn't need her. I think it would be a huge pop if he gets her, though. Oh, never mind. This was essentially a squash match. Wow. Okay. Wasn't even a battle. Really? It's over. Good match. Good pace. Got it over quickly. House of Black still look like badasses. See what I did there? Buddy sick of the IWC. Max just felt that knee. Yeah, he landed. There you go. Black has no face hair. Got that one. Wow, Max Caster gets dropped during. Yeah, but that's what I like. If you guys are trying to, tune in and see some real pro wrestling, and you want to see that aggression, and you want to see it, oh wow, Malachi giving Billy a hug. This is interesting. Buddy stops and said, like, is this goodbye, badass Billy Gunn? That was very interesting. By the way, hello, Julia Black. Yo, off come the boots. Off come the boots. House of Black for the win, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, look. And the crowd's yelling, no. All right. Listen, we saw Malachi Black. You saw Buddy Murphy both embrace Billy Gunn. Dude, if you were going to retire, you should have picked less straps on your boots tonight. The crowd is buzzing. They're chanting, "You still got it." Yeah, Julia Black. Holy shit. It's crazy, right? Like, and I mean, for guys like myself and Nick, and I'm sure a lot of you out there, you've watched Billy's entire career. Like, I remember when he was a fucking cowboy, and here he is taking those boots off in the ring. It took a minute. And it's crazy. You see Billy Gunn in this amazing shape, and he retires. And you got guys like Jericho sucking pond water and will not go away. Wow.
Speaking of won't go away, but yeah, I had to instantly, the second I heard that going on, yeah, I had to pop back on. Yeah, wow.
Listen to the dude. It's like, woo. I wonder how kayfabe it was, but no, he left the boots in the ring. The Acclaimed are upset. The crowd is chanting.
Okay, so then I know it's a bit of our intro and everything, but I feel like we almost have to now for everybody watching everything, just in memoriam here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the WWE proudly brings to you its YouTube. I keep going into our shit. It's WWE Tag Team Champions of the World. The Road Dogg, Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws. I could almost start singing, "I'm an ass man," but I feel like that might get us into trouble.
Dude, I mean, folks, if this is the last time you see Billy Gunn in a ring, I mean, there it was. It's a moment. I mean, a Hall of Famer in his own right. I mean, shit, dude.
Well, like Small Mark says right there, the smoking guns have been snuffed out. Like you were just saying right before I got back, of we've seen him to where it was Billy and Bart Gunn, the smoking guns. And then we've gone all the way to where he was the badass Billy Gunn. He was there, obviously, with the Road Dogg, the New Age Outlaws. Then they became part of DX. And then we've even seen Billy and Chuck, Mr. Ass when he was having a solo run. When he won, he's a former King of the Ring winner.
Yeah. Yeah. And the funny thing is, you watch his career, because like when he was that King of the Ring winner, he was one of those guys that kind of had all the tools in the toolbox, kind of struggled as a solo act. And then all these years later, you're like, oh yeah, Billy could go on a run.
I think he was good as like a mid-carder. Like to me, he's an underrated guy that was an IC champ. Like he was had an underrated IC title run.
Yeah, I think he was underrated for sure. FTR. Here they come.
Billy, the man with two first names. What up? Sup, KJ and Nick. Imperium attack Gunther at Survivor Series? No. And they're introducing a new member of the British Invasion 2.0 with gentleman Nick Aldis. Ooh.
No, but
stretch, but
kind of nice.
Yeah.
I
it's still like one of those you stretch out and you know you hear something pop, you don't know if it's good or bad or not.
Right. But I still want them to set up some type of war games for Survivor Series. And right now there's not enough pieces on the board for a bloodline war games.
Right.
So maybe it's got to be a secondary storyline of maybe an Imperium or such that makes this happen. I really want war games back at Survivor Series.
Fair enough. Well, yeah. We got it last year, so we need it again. And I don't want it to be to where a match is built strictly for that. I want to see it get built that needs that first.
100%.
Chef, the ass has retired.
Seemingly. Donkey. I'm out.
Thank you, Mr. Peach. Yes, thank you, Mr. Peach. Why would Billy retire on a random Collision show, or maybe they're doing a storyline with Billy doubting himself?
It kind of felt that way.
A little bit.
It kind of did feel that way a little bit, as far as like the Acclaim picked up the boots. The only thing that threw me off was the House of Black embracing him after the win. They gave him a hug, and I was like, wow, you're like, okay.
That's interesting, but Small Mark brings up the best point here. I'm surprised it wasn't against the Gun Club. That, to me, would have been the best way to do it. They retired their dad.
You know, I think.
But then you turn them babyface because they're hugging it out. They're having an emotional moment. That's the only reason why you don't do that.
Yeah, I think he, again, a vet, right? He's like, I don't need my kids to do this. Like, if I'm gonna have a good match with these guys, and you know what, I'm good to
Right.
go. But I have a feeling like they might try and talk him into like one more attempt. Now, if they get another attempt and they talk him back, they're winning. The Young Bucks.
Right. Well,
Oh,
I've got
wait a
FTR
minute.
cutting a promo, but Boston saying, wait, aren't they supposed to do FTR versus MJF and Adam Cole tonight, or is that Dynamite? Probably Dynamite.
Wow.
Which that's what FTR is talking about, or Cash is right now. Don't forget Kip from TNA. Yeah, cute Kip. And then when you had VKM. Levesque, Hickenbottom, we'll see you at the Alamo. Well, I thought somebody was sat there. Victor right underneath here saying Billy Gunn to NXT. Right. He goes to WWE and starts aging in matches. Oh, please.
Sorry, 1 second. I got distracted by Cash. Is it funny now that when I hear like FTR or Punk or certain people, like he said the Young Bucks name, and I'm like, oh shit.
You're not supposed to say that.
So now he's dropping seeds of doubt on Adam Cole about MJF being the devil.
As I said, yeah, Cash out here very much looking hard in the camera saying, Adam, don't trust him. But that's going to be, there's so many good ways that we can go with this. I've heard, I think it was everybody actually been there, mentioned about how the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist and everything. About, this could be where they go with MJF. Finally, he's been buddy. We've got the double clothesline t-shirt now, finally.
Yeah, right.
And he actually hit a tope and all of that, but now he turns and he just shows he's really the devil incarnate. Or does he corrupt Adam Cole and we get a two-man power trip, like I've said, of they're both just heels running roughshod?
Yeah.
Larry, I see your comment. I don't want to click on it though.
No, I skipped it. Bro, I'm flummoxed. Why now? I hope it's an angle. It feels angle-ish, but still significant.
Oh, 100%. It's still one of those, if it isn't an angle, and I don't always want to jump and speculate that everything's an angle, and sometimes maybe it helps suspension of disbelief of taking it for what it is. If it is legit, hell of a career, Billy Gunn, 100%. You didn't get the flowers I feel fully deserve, but you didn't also deserve a full bouquet. Just saying. FTR or the Usos?
Oh,
you can go and check.
I would
our
love
golden KJs.
Yeah,
to where we decided that for half the year, but it gets debatable. It gets very debatable.
That's a tough nut. Like that's a tough one to crack, folks. It's neck and neck with these two.
It comes down to entertainment value to an extent versus in-ring value, I would say. As weird as it is to say, and I don't want to discredit either for entertainment value or for the Usos specifically for what they do in ring, but FTR's had classics. Usos have been in classic storyline moments.
Yeah, I mean, even early this year, FTR was quiet, right? But if you look beyond it as far as careers go, and like you said, it's so hard to argue with what the Usos have been able to accomplish for as long as they have accomplished it.
Right.
What about Bobby Lashley faction at War Games? Maybe LWO. That doesn't exactly. The top guy's out. Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know if that jumps off the page the way I'd like it to.
Doesn't tickle my fancy, but next week we're getting the AEW World Tag Team Championships, FTR versus MJF and Adam Cole on Collision, by the way.
Now, did you catch? You caught Camarato already. The little details. So Tony Schiavone's done 2 interviews. Tony Schiavone holds the microphone the entire time. You know what I mean? Like the announcer, the commentator is doing his job. The little details on the show have been really nice, really clean. You bring out the tag champs, they cut a promo on the opponents they have next week. No run-ins, no brawls. They just tell everybody why they should show up next week and see that match. Perfect. Now we're out. On to the next thing.
Tony, well, it's the most that Tony Schiavone seems like that's been the best role
Mhm.
that he could have been in and everything like that. Very much he's out there and he's just here. Yeah, I point the mic at you. I point the mic at you. And you get that big moments. I think Cash grabbed the microphone away from him at one point when he was talking down into the hard camera.
Yeah.
Adam, don't trust him. But what, like you said, it's the little details that they make this show stand out and feel very much different, and which is what we've wanted from Dynamite.
And again, it seems like a minute thing, right, or unimportant, but you think of, like, as sports fans, I mean, we watch, all different types of athletes from all different types of sports, and they stand there, and because it's the TV, the company doing the interview is controlling what's happening, not the athlete. They're standing there with the
planned segment.
It's
a planned segment.
Yeah, like, you make it look that way. You make it look like the company running the show has some control.
Now, do you do it in ring or do you do it backstage? I think we maybe need to start moving these backstage, but I think you get the entrance, you get that pop with that.
For an FTR, I don't mind in the ring if it's maybe a lesser light, move it backstage. Like you said, people do want those entrances, right?
Right. John saying, thank you, Billy Gunn, and he's 3-0. Christopher, what up? We don't know what Malachi whispered into Gunn's ear. I don't think he joins the House of Black. It'd be very weird to see Goth Billy Gunn.
He leaned in and he was like,
yes, does it work?
He leaned in and he was like, I'm more of a boob man myself. Bye.
Right.
Rockabilly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody forgets about that when he was why am I blanking on his name right now?
Whose?
IC champ, Elvis impersonator.
A honky tonk?
Honky tonk. Yeah, I don't know why. That's the vitamins where the brain cells sticking together there. Because literally my brain was just like, I know I should know this, but my brain's just like buffering.
Yeah, I know, and that's kind of funny because that's eventually how we end up getting the New Age Outlaws. Is you have Billy doing the rockabilly bullshit, and you
have Road Dogg as the roadie with Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, but both of them fucking completely unhappy with how their careers are going at this point. And I remember when they first came together, and like that first night, you're like, this is really weird. I don't know what the fuck. And then it didn't take long before they were pushing Mick Foley and Terry Funk off a fucking stage, and the rest is history.
The dumpster match is still one of the best things. Chainsaw
Charlie.
I just saw the Alamo earlier today. Well, did you see Hickenbottom or Levesque there either? What?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just nodding. Canadian, bro. I don't know what you just said.
No, well, you don't remember the VKM promo to where he was trying to
smart ass.
Oh, gotcha. Or maybe he just retires 30 plus years in the biz. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Really good. KJ Nick. What are they cooking, Nick? What if this is a twist and Billy Gunn rip off, get repackaged, build a new stable with the turn of X-Pac in his corner?
That'd be fucked.
Break it down.
Could you imagine? Now, there's been rumors about they've talked to Pac about potentially doing something like that, but
you're telling me this isn't more of a way for Billy to get out of his contract so he can sit there and, hey, now I don't have to be just hinted at for these Hall of Fame ceremonies,
right?
I can just be there backstage.
Right. Hey, Billy, we'll put you in the fame, like straight up.
Well, not even that. Of just, hey, we've got all this money right now. We just merged with Endeavor.
Right.
Now is the time you want to come over here. We're literally blowing down the doors.
And Triple H has made it very clear he likes having his friends around him.
Yeah.
Ask Jeff Jarrett.
We're
getting a replay of Blood and Guts, by the way, dude.
To FTR. What?
Is that true? I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch that at all. Enjoy wrestling, folks. Fire. This has been an awesome year of pro wrestling. This Billy Gunn thing, 2 Lashley interaction, 3 Bloodline, 4 Dom win North America title, 5 Cole and MJF story, new power trip.
And a power trip.
You talking about? Yeah. Are you just rattling off things that have happened this week?
No, I mean, again, it was, I mean, if that's just this week alone, bro, like, I mean, like we said, it's been a nice uptick. There's been a bit of a groundswell with a lot of the stuff going along in wrestling. And I think to the beginning of this, just enjoy wrestling, folks. That's why we started this channel. We wanted to be the place that people could enjoy wrestling. And we bitch and moan about the things we don't like. We cheer the things we love. But that's how it's supposed to be. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of good wrestling. We don't shut the door on anything. We've watched some crazy shit here on this channel and realized, wow, that wasn't good wrestling. But we watched it and we gave it a chance before having an opinion on it. So, yes, enjoy the wrestling. There's a lot of it.
Right. Speaking of a lot of it, I've got Taya, Queen Canada, coming out right now.
Oh, be still my heart.
Moreover, Canadian female wrestler, Taya Valkyrie or Trish Stratus?
Oh, Trish by miles.
Or Gail Kim. Gail Kim is a dark horse.
Not even close. If you walked into...
How would you rank those three?
Trish, Gail, Taya.
Okay.
Yeah, Gail's a classic, but I mean, again, just on the stage that she made her name is not exactly the same.
Fair enough.
And again, Trish is huge. I mean, you might have an argument if you said Trish or Natty, but Natty's not that over as far as like that love. Like everyone's like, oh, it's Natty, she's great, but
so much that I forgot about Natty.
Right, like Trish is an icon. If you walk down and ask the regular like run-of-the-mill person, they know of Trish from other things. She's on TV here. She's on Canada's Got Talent, I think. Like she's got a name. She's a legend. More over than ever.
As Taya's just patting Sky Blue on the head. So we've got Taya versus Sky Blue right now. So give
Sky Blue gonna win. Sky Blue gonna win.
I'll take Taya.
I know. I feel like a traitor, but and I love this lady so much. But they seem to be. I'm surprised that Blue didn't win the fucking the Owen Hart.
Fair enough, honestly, yeah. They're very much going to start a push behind Sky Blue, and she is very much becoming the prominent female, I would say, on Collision.
Yeah.
So Black up, yeah, he was saying X-Pac AEW because he asked WWE. Yeah, well, Billy Gunn did too, and he went to AEW. War Games at Survivor Series, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Big Dog, no. They know the draft doesn't matter. There's no brand loyalty, so why the fuck does it matter?
Right. No, I think Nick said it earlier. Like you want it to be a reason. All right, this group of people keep beating up this group of people, opposed to just pick your that whole pick your five best. And I hate it. I mean, I remember the good old days of Survivor Series where like it was like one of the wrestlers versus his rival, and they all got friends. That's how it went, and you were like. And all the matches were the classic matches.
Yeah, you had 3 or 4 different Survivor Series matches. You had, Team Macho versus Team Hogan, shit like that. Or you had, the Ultimates versus, the Barbarians, and it's fucking, or the Dangerous Alliance. You had shit like that. You had faction versus faction, and it was a Survivor Series type match.
And they had you to come up with funky names, and then
I
mean, I always loved how they would especially old WWE, because they would put them together like IRS, $1 Million Man, fucking Repo Man, like
right. Kyle Bailey, why? Taya for the win. Why? Yep. Taya for the win. It's Cake Saturday. Yes, 100%. You get Cake Tuesdays and you get Cake Saturdays because you got Nikita, you got Gigi, you got
you just naming all the cake?
Tiffany, you got all the wagons.
Happy birthday to me.
Right there, you got your happy birthday Canadian cake right now on Collision. What? Yeah, what? Peacemaker is going to be in the new MK game as DLC. Yes, Bash, I did see that. It's going to be him and pretty much, I can't remember everybody off the top of my head, but it's pretty much any sort of action-y hero that Warner's had. Like, what's his name from The Boys?
Black Adam in it?
Yeah. What?
Black Adam?
Black Adam? Maybe, honestly. I feel like at this point. I do kind of like it. Granted, I am partial of I'll at times hop on and play the older MK games with the wife, where we've got Arnold, I'll do it, yeah. Or we've got the Predator. Yeah, what are you waiting for? Yeah, kill it. Do it. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Yeah.
JV. Yeah, I'll climb that mountain, bro. No, that's good. That's good. Cheeky Blue for the W. I hope not. Raw has no chance of beating SmackDown. It depends. Depends.
SmackDown this week was not as great as everyone wants.
I think
to
you mean
normally look
Survivor
at
Series.
SmackDown. So,
Survivor Series
teams wise, yeah.
I don't know.
You got Bloodline, you got Roman, but he wouldn't be in that match.
We don't even know if they'd be in it, right? Like that's the interesting dynamic there. Taya keeps losing. Blue for the win. Yep. See, that's what I thought.
Right. Well, here we're at. Let me refresh, but I think we're at 67 likes. Yeah, 66 likes on the stream right now. If we get to 100 likes, we'll stay after and we'll draft our own Team Raw versus Team SmackDown War Games teams here.
Sure.
Fair enough.
Chelsea Green, Taya Valkyrie, or Rosemary rank the Canadians. Taya Valkyrie, Chelsea Green, Rosemary.
I have yours. Just flip it and reverse it. Rosemary, Chelsea, Taya.
That's your ranking of like Canadian talent, like of the three ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm a Rosemary mark. I'm not going to deny that.
Fair enough.
Also, Taya's been booked to oblivion in AEW so far lately, and Chelsea Green's one half of the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. So how are you going to put her in third?
Easy. I was just basing it on overall. Taya's been a beast. Yeah, I gotta go with the collector. I gotta go with the lady that
You just liked her little dog when she was Frankie Monet.
She had a nice little dog. Speaking of puppies. Hey, she put him on the screen. I think they should have built a little more KJ and Nick. Sky said inspiration to Taya. They could have told a story there, blah, blah, blah. And weird, happy Taya didn't join with Johnny TV. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, I mean, Johnny and Taya don't need to be anywhere near each other. Taya needs to do more. I mean, they can't keep her losing.
Yeah. But no, I wouldn't mind seeing Johnny TV, even though I hate that. Pairing up with Taya, but you'd have to change kind of both their gimmicks a bit. You'd have to make one start winning and one not involved in a TMC knockoff.
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, maybe a little bit more of a build, but again, that's not really overly the way we do things.
Right.
It's been a really good match, and the crowd is actually into it.
Well, like I said, they've been building up Sky a little bit as we're back from picture in picture. Kyle Taylor,
I wasn't on picture. That's funny.
Who's what?
I didn't have picture in picture, but I hear Ian like, we're back, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I've got it. War Games versus Survivor Series, Roman and Solo, and Imperium versus the Usos, Sami KO and Drew McIntyre. Oh, that's a stretch.
That's a deep field, though.
You're reaching for the top shelf, Boston. What up?
Right.
Nick, that's one bandwagon I would have to jump on. I don't know which one.
Which
$1 Million Man, IRS, a repo man. That sounds like a money laundering scheme.
Right? That's what they were like, Money Inc., right?
Right. Jay was saying happy birthday. I got picture in picture. MK versus DC had Black Adam. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about
Oh yeah, fair enough.
I know what game series you're talking about. It starts with an I, but I can't remember the fucking name of it. To where they did it, it was like DC's Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Injustice. There we go.
Oh,
the only one I know is Peacemaker. What's the main event? Probably the
Punk.
Yeah, it's Punk and Darby versus, I guess, Starks and Christian at this point. Cake, who's day? Who don't have cake today? Key lime pie. I'm partial to key lime pie, but then again, we're both also partial to ice cream cake. Just saying.
It's very true. Very true. You can't have a July birthday and not want ice cream cake.
Yeah, it's kind of too warm for some regular cake. You can have this one.
We never got any more Andrade. He was still stuck in the room.
He got thrown out.
Yeah, no. Oh, that's right. I thought he was they chucked him right out. So very interesting.
Right.
I love that.
He didn't do the Chris Jericho to where he's trying to pull on the locked doors and then one's not locked, so he opens it and then has to pretend it's locked.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Right.
Oh, big kick. This is a great match.
Temple plays Angelico
Hey.
and Helico and Jack Evans is still in AW. Their pair with him, Johnny TV and Taya, and bring back Worldwide Underground. There's a
Yeah.
trio
Shit.
I'd like to face, House of Black.
Worldwide Underground would be excellent.
So you just want to bring back Lucha Underground.
Yeah, bring it back. Fuck it. I mean, I haven't seen Jack Evans fall on his head in a long time. 1, 2, 3. Taya Valkyrie for the win.
Taya wins. Well, they did just bring back Raw Underground, so maybe we do get a relaunch of Lucha Underground.
That was a great match. This is one of the best ladies matches we've got on AEW in a hot minute.
2-2. J-Boy pointed out, yeah, you need to celebrate with Where Oh Where on my Wrestling for Life ice cream bars.
Buddy, one day we're going to show up on this stream and tell everybody where to get their ice cream bars. And I'm telling you, you better go get them.
That's a Darren goddamn T at this point.
I'm telling you.
Speaking it into existence at this point.
I'm going to Google that shit.
Right. And they'll probably be vitamin flavored. Vorno, says Larry. Boston's 3-1. Are you down for a Swerve Strickland versus Darby Allin match that got announced just yesterday for Dynamite? Yes.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. Right. I like them both. Taya got a mic and she just instantly cuts on
I beat one of your homegrown sweethearts. I like how someone took the foam finger. It's just now a middle finger. Just a giant pink middle foam finger. That's what they did. They took the scissor me foam finger and just put down the other part of the scissor.
Ooh. Yeah, right. Just sometimes you only need the one.
Right. What? Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Taya calling out Brit, Nick.
What?
Taya calling out Brit.
You failed how many times against fucking Jade? La Vida Loca versus DMD. Is it interesting that she's challenging out Britt instead of challenging out the champion?
So another match for Wednesday.
But even then, so Britt's still more over, even though she doesn't have the title. She hasn't been in anything prominent. She's still more over in the women's division than either champion.
Yeah. That's the kind of the way it went, right? Like even when Hayter had the belt, we said like it was DMD running in and doing the saves, and it was DMD getting the finished spots, not the champion, which I thought was great if you were playing to a story, but then they never told that story.
Yeah, they never wanted to pull the trigger on that. As I'm getting a replay of Fox versus Shane Taylor, which was on the 0 hour, which should have honestly not been at this point. This should have been honestly more a triple threat for your television title, I feel.
Right.
Jack Haynes, what up?
What's going on, Jack?
Right. Please don't, Tony, don't have Taya join the Outcast.
No.
But we're getting OC versus AR Fox next week for the International Championship.
Again, I don't hate AR Fox. I don't even hate Orange Cassidy. But again, it's like this just random spot booking. Like, yeah, fight him this week. You're like, fuck. All right.
Oh, and we are getting Britt Baker versus Taya. We're getting OC versus Swerve. We're getting Pac versus Gravity. Defying Gravity versus the man versus Gravity Forgot. I'm so glad you put it out because I entirely forgot that. Yeah, Moxley and Claudio versus Lucha Bros versus Best Friends. So Dynamite's stacking up a bit.
I feel like we called that live, and I saw it going around the internet today of like the man Gravity Forgot. And I'm like,
I see you listening.
We'll hear from MJF and Adam Cole. Even their graphic is fucking hilarious, bro.
Right. What Trish comment, Kyle?
Nick, did you like
real Taya apparently doing Tony's job as part of her contract? She booked the storm match too.
Yeah, right. She did.
Buddy versus Andrade next week, and let's fucking go. Oh, and next week too as well. We get El Hijo del Vikingo versus Action Andrade and Darius Martin versus the Gun Club and Juice Robinson. So fair to launch with hot sauce.
All right, so kind of now I'll give them credit on this one's a little interesting, but at least they had a fight this week that's leading to a fight next week. And the main event is up next, folks. Not a whole lot of time left on the clock. Oh no, there is. I forgot.
Half hour. What is you talking
Relax.
about?
I was looking at our timer, not the clock.
Half hour.
Half hour.
It's what happens when we go a half hour beforehand.
Right. So I'm on commercial break, folks. We will take a minute to remind everybody out there. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you hit subscribe. Join the 4 Lifeys. Become a member. Get your custom badges, your custom emojis as well. You will get some members only content coming very soon to this channel near you. But with all that being said, we are back tomorrow for an interview with Mr. Jay Bougie, recently seen on MLW, seen on AEW Dark, a man on the come up. He is definitely got big things in his future.
Mr. PWI.
Mr. PWI. Great interview. Check that out tomorrow, Monday. Through the rest of the week, we got all the wrestling. We cover more live wrestling than anybody else, folks. We're on more live. We do not stop. So be a friend, tell a friend, and stick around.
Right. And 100% still, it's big things popping, little things stopping up. The sub season never sleeps around here. We still got plenty of cards up our sleeves, even if we ain't wearing sleeves. So
right. That what commentary said Swerve versus Cassidy this Wednesday.
Yes, and it did pull it up on their little video package there.
Oh. Yes. Well, it's not Swerve versus Cassidy, though. It's
Cassidy. Yeah, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Jack Berry, Jungle, Pac no show for the match. He forgot gravity. Ha ha ha.
Right? Like even Temple jumped on the same part there.
Oh yeah.
Did the same thing. So
who the is gravity? How many guys with masks do flips does AEW need?
It's Lucha Lightyear.
All of them. Yeah, Lucha Lightyear.
Lucha Lightyear.
Thank God there's no female wrestler on the roster named Jessie. Otherwise, he'd have to sit there and do the whole little dance in front of her and everything.
Up and away.
Right. To Infinite, to Botchamania, and beyond.
I want to see how this plays out.
But to be honest, he didn't have a bad match with Commander. Like, Commander had the worst match out of the two.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, and we've talked a lot about Commander. We've seen a lot of Commander, and we've seen him miss quite a few things.
Right.
But, I mean, he's high risk taker. But, listen, I think this is where you have guys like AR Fox. You have guys like Lucha Lightyear that you just leave them in Ring of Honor. You develop them. I don't.
But you have too many guys you need to develop. Like, right. You need a Ring of Honor for Ring of Honor at this point. You have so many people on this fucking roster.
And I mean, in addition to that, Nick, I do think that the main event, sorry, got distracted.
Very good.
I mean, I think that if you're going to have AR Fox on a show, you're going to book AR Fox, great. It's just a little bit of a spot match, nice shine. OC eventually wins. Maybe not have 2 or 3 of that type of guy on your show. Don't have him and the astronaut and, Andrade, like maybe be selective of how many young unknowns you're putting on your show.
Alexis Santa froze again. I don't think I did. I think I was just.
You did this and you stuck.
Oh.
Up in a.
Either way, I was entranced, I guess, with Christian coming out here in the cut off sleeve turtleneck. So yeah, we are getting Christian and walking out, by the way, with the TNT Championship. We're getting Christian and Starks versus Darby and CM Punk. So give us your predictions right now.
Did you see the tweet that Christian put out about why he wrestles? He goes, I might wrestle in a turtleneck.
As he's just shameless mirror selfie and everything like that. Like,
but it was a funny point of like what a heelish move, right?
Right.
Turtleneck instant heel move. So I'm all for it.
Oh, absolutely. Adam, that's Chairman LaParca. Yeah, always coming out playing the chair.
I just missed the date.
AEW signed all Lucha like WCW did, but at least they had a title to fight for. AEW should bring back the light heavyweight title belt for these Luchas, KJ Nick.
They could. I mean, they have enough of them, but then again, how do you decipher when 80% of the roster qualifies as like 205 or less?
Right.
That's the tricky part with AEW. Like, you could call it like a junior heavyweight championship and then just have guys work in and out of it.
It's called IWGP. As Darby coming out right now.
No spitting.
Right, yeah. Well, no, he didn't spit into the crowd, so he's good.
Okay.
He just
Darby
spit on the
Allin.
stage.
AEW should sign La Parka. Why? Sign the whole Parka
Well,
family.
do they sign La Parka or do they sign LA Park?
All of them.
Or, there's 87 options here.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
And does he still, regardless of what company he's in at this point, with this theme song, it's gotten to the point of no matter what, when you hear this, you instantly pop, you instantly react. It's still, it's visceral at this point. You hear this song come on the radio, and you think of it more with CM Punk than anything.
Absolutely. It becomes one of the more iconic entrance songs ever.
Right.
Again, it just is what it is. Love or hate them, you know what it is.
Right.
And listen, the crowd loud. I mean, they all clobbered along with them. I mean, again,
it's interesting to where he gets heel heat and where he gets babyface heat or babyface pop.
TK said last night Gravity is the brother of Bandito. Yes, he is. We were trying to figure out. We were trying to pin the tail on the donkey with that one. We couldn't figure out where it went.
Or who or why.
We were like, Bandito, maybe it's Dragon. We knew it was somebody, but Bandito's the
Psychosis. Oh, yeah, we started going through
Psychosis. Well, eat your heart out, Judas.
CM Punk, Darby Allin for the win, says Damien. Yeah.
Look in my eyes. Nick, you
like Mussolini and Kennedy.
That's Chairman LaParca. AEW's we got that one. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about WWE being able to pull something off of some type of, and I know you said the Heritage Cup. I just wish they might have to revamp it a little.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think the rules based halfway provide some logic to why they would take the risk in the gamble on moves like that. Of you're gonna jump and go for a shot like that if you only know you've got 30 seconds to try and pick up a win or a fall or a point or whatever, versus it's an interesting way to look at it versus just literally spot. Because eventually I feel like you burn out of that. You can't do that on a nightly basis because eventually you burn out. You run through everything that could be.
Yeah. Do you see what's going on here, dude? Starks and Christian are arguing over
how will they coexist.
They will not go in the ring. They're like, Ian's like, I think the first time this ever happened. Now they're getting counted out.
So we've got Starks and Punk. And I like how Punk's already got Devil's themed gear because he's got the red with the black there.
Right.
And we're getting CM Punk. So again, everybody that's just hobnobbing the elite and everything right now, that's like, oh, well, you see CM Punk, we told you he wasn't going to be good for business. Yeah, he's getting fucking cheered in Newark, New Jersey
it's
in
loud.
a primetime main event spot. So maybe it's just he's polarizing one way or the other.
Right. An aggressive tag to Christian, and he comes in the hard way thanks to Mr. Punk.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 punches from the top turnbuckle there. Hip toss. And again, AEW takes over Chicago on August 30th. At this point, you're not running a wrestling company if you don't have a show in Chicago, I feel.
Impact's going to Chicago. AEW's always going to Chicago. WWE is going to Chicago.
But you want to know who came back to pro wrestling that's from Chicago? And gee, we wonder why all these shows start moving to fucking Chicago. Hey, just look at your screen and you might be able to figure it out.
Right.
And if you can't, don't worry. Stevie Wonder might be able to help you.
And again, the little things, dude, like we saw on Wednesday with MJF and Adam Cole, right? Like you point over to your partner, like the baby faces, point to your partner, the crowd pops. Yeah, tag them. Then you give the tag. Then you tag back in. The crowd's cheering for all of it. It is great to see.
Right. I was going to say, I feel like our chat on our end has frozen up compared to what's on YouTube.
Is the front end still flying? Because I was like, people just stopped talking to us.
Yeah, no. I've got Larry saying no sub for message. Boston. Speaking of commentary, I missed the Mamma Mia. Yeah, Morrow. Guy that did XD. Put some fucking respect on Morrow's name. Man, we could really use a guy like that right now. Yeah. Chicago is the new New York. Yeah. So, like I said, I think on our end,
1 second. I'm going to check something.
All right, as KJ did that, so I didn't expect him to do that there. But for those watching right now, I got CM Punk. He's always doing the Ricky Starks, the MJ taunt there. Because there's the
maybe just do what I just did. Go out and refresh, come back. It
okay.
Seems like I got a bunch anyway. Well, folks, Nick's just going to refresh his shit too. Looks like our chat on our end is backed up. Chicago is the new New York. Well, AEW is going to be in New York this week.
There we go. Mea culpa. Yeah.
Kevin Kelly isn't doing commentary because he's doing the G1 for all the idiots asking online. Yeah, no, that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, and I guess mea culpa that our end just decided, no, you don't need to talk to these people anymore.
Right. We'll have to keep an eye on that and see what's happening. Colts offbeat with extra cheese. Colt. That's a Colt of Cult of extra. Yeah, okay. Got it.
Oh, I was
took me a second. I went Colt, so it threw me off of the cult.
Man, just going all sorts of sideways there. As I've got Darby and Punk with a double clothesline over the top rope on Starks.
We need the nasty boys.
No, we don't.
Don't
you put that evil on me.
All right. Punk the Worm versus Christian the Turtle. All right, both men clotheslined up over the ropes.
Oh, Punk with the slingshot, cross body over the top. Darby going for the coffin drop off the top rope on everybody. As Punk literally poses them together like they're posing for a fucking family picture.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong at all. But Punk to the outside, and here comes Darby. And look, Punk stood behind them and held them in place. I like that.
Like I said, like he would pose it for a family picture.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
No, you're good. I got a picture right now.
I got Starks getting rolled back in the ring. The ref joins him. And the good energy in the building here tonight, folks. Remember, we got a little bit more time here on the clock, but we will be back all week long for more wrestling.
And even then, still, again, 100%. Like right above KJ's head, make sure you tune in to our interview with the lovely, the ever compelling, the ever entertaining, the PWI King there, Jay Bougie, that we got dropping at 4 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. Speaking of commentary, I missed I already got on that to point out that we were somehow ended up behind on our end here. But yeah, no, Mauro Ranallo, put some respect on his name. Mauro and McAfee works perfectly as a commentary team. I feel like I want to test that out. Mauro and McAfee, let's go.
Right? There'd be a lot of yelling.
Right.
Danielson wanted to compete in this year's G1. Yeah, that I heard that rumored, but unfortunately, he will not be able to be doing that.
Fair enough. But yeah, so it does look like on our end, I guess, allegedly, supposedly, that your comments are still a little bit messed up coming through on our end, but so I'll try and go through what I got on front end here. But Big Dog, for some reason, seeing Punk and Darby teaming up reminds me of the Riddler and Two-Face. What? Yeah, what?
Okay.
James saying, breaking news after the commercial, they said. What? What could be the breaking news?
We'll find out.
Larry out here. Temple cheese omelet. Are you just Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory without, omelette du fromage? Where's MJF? He's supposed to be there tonight. No, not quite.
Sorry. Did Lucha just laid out? Oh no, Christian slid in. Okay, there you go.
I'm in commercial, so I see nothing.
All right, Lucha with the distraction, and Christian now just poking CM Punk in the head with his shoe. Rude. It's rude, Nick.
Right. I'm trying to see if what we missed. Small Mark asking, you think Hook is done with AEW? No, not quite. No, not with. Now we've got the FTW title feud going and everything. So,
no, I mean, I don't necessarily know that he's done. I don't know what his contractual obligations or status is right now. And again, just we've heard some rumors, we heard some buzz, but that's going to be the same with every contract coming up in every direction. I think Hook would do really well in NXT, and it could lead to a lot more for him than what he's doing in AEW.
Hook and Breaker.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I think Hook would be of that Breaker type mold. I feel, even if you went to NXT, would be of that same type of mold, a bit. Of here, he's second generation. He's just this badass that initially Braun Breaker was not a huge promo guy. He didn't really talk much. He just showed up and whooped ass and left. But I've got Starks right now in the ring with Punk. Big chop.
Huge chop, Nick.
Right. Next Saturday, ladder match for the mask. So is it a ladder match announced? I've seen a couple people. I've seen James say it. I've seen Alexis say it. I don't know if anybody else has said it. So I guess next week it's a ladder match for Andrade's mask. He's gonna grab that brass ring and go all the way back to WWE and hang out with his wife Charlotte.
Yeah, you think it's highly possible?
Speaking of highly impossible, we've got CM Punk chants going on right now. This is a bit why we've talked about why we don't like Commander and everything. Because if Starks is going to be one of your top baby faces, he does the same fucking thing with that old school. But he's sitting there, he's taunting, he's always touching his face, so he's going to do the Michael Jackson pose, everything. You're too many people do the same shit. It takes away from seeing it.
Right. Hook on the main roster with Vince in charge. I'll pass. Yeah, you know what? I'd have Hook in NXT for as long as possible. I'd put him down there and let him build, let him grow, let him mature.
Right. Jamie says, holy shit, I thought that was Jinder for a second. Oh, up in the top row, we've got Scorpio Sky up in the Sky booth here.
Interesting.
Right.
Interesting. Drip Diamonds, the new ice cream bars. Okay. Breaking news after the commercial. Okay, there you go. Catching up on some of these now. I saw MJF before zipping up his pants. Cole and MJF are so good together.
Listen, whatever you do in your private life is on you, but you do you, boo-boo. But yes, so for those who haven't figured out now, we're having to look at the front end to see what comments come through.
Yeah, I got a few more, but it's still after the one that says Hook on the main roster, I got nothing. Ladder match for Andrade's mask. That'd be interesting, but did that get announced?
Well, JPC saying, can anyone clue me in Billy really retiring? So far as we know, it's shoot that Billy Gunn has retired tonight from professional wrestling as far as an in-ring competitor. Whether that becomes an angle and it changes, we'll see. Backpack Thunder, Code Red, two count on the Starks. Hook not going anywhere without his father. Well, you're telling me that Taz wouldn't be a welcome commodity on commentary, say on a Monday Night Raw.
But that's not
Graves and Taz.
I don't believe that for a second either, though, Nick. I think Taz is smart enough and been around. Wow, Lucha just
Lucha Kane.
Scorpio Sky.
That's the first time I've ever really seen that. And I don't know if it's just because they do LED screens at the front of their announce table versus normally it's just that whole bottom piece.
Yeah.
But Darby just got thrown through that kind of LED screen part at the bottom of the announce table. Like we didn't break the announce table, we broke the bottom of it.
Is there any chance that Scorpio Sky joins this little Christian team?
I don't know what they're going to do with Scorpio Sky because honestly, remember when SEC was supposed to be a big thing in AEW and Christopher Daniels just kind of went by the wayside. Kaz was the elite hunter that's now gone all the way to where he signed with Impact. And Scorpio Sky's just been lost due to injury.
Yep. Fair enough. Very interesting. We'll see. He's got a new look. They're trying to build him up. I'm curious, man. I'm curious for sure.
JPC says, fun career if he's done, but he got to go out with the boys on good terms. But that's how you turn them babyface, though. We've been over that. Starks. Big ass clothesline from Starks.
Snake on.
1, 2 count.
And a good, solid match. Back and forth. Not a lot of running around. Not a lot of, it's a tag team match. The guys are on the apron. They're waiting for a tag. There's not a whole lot of bullshit. There's a little bit of heel work here. Dude, this has been an excellent show tonight.
Oh, absolutely. As I am in picture right now, as I'm getting an advertisement. I got the Meg before we got Collision tonight, and now I'm getting advertisement for the Meg too, in case, everyone hasn't gotten their giant shark fix for the summer here.
Right.
I want to see Christian get run over by... that's aggressive.
Is it because of the turtleneck? Honestly, be real.
Yeah, why are you hating the turtlenecks here?
Right. Big backdrop.
You've managed to just stay in action this whole time for the most part, because I've been always in picture half the time here.
It's again the first time I kind of got on this feed. There is no breaks. Like the commercial breaks are just the blank screen, but there is no picture in picture. Just I can hear Ian coming in and out of the breaks, but I don't get them.
I was going to say, well, 100%, folks, very much like us as a wrestling channel and a YouTube channel, 100%. Ain't no breaks around here. Big things popping, little things happening for some season, never sleeps. So 100%, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. If you are not letting everybody that that watches wrestling or is into just sitting there and hanging out every night, just talking about what's going on in the wild world of wrestling and just having a conversation, hanging out with all the homies, you're doing your friends a disservice without telling them about the Wrestling for Life Network. 100%. As I see on the front end, about 41 people came around. So 100%. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification because you never know when we're showing up, Vlad.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, because I realized on our end we got nothing except for just the two of us. As I'm still in picture, and I keep getting ads for Pizza Hut. It's making me fucking hungry. Oh, and how fitting also, in case you didn't know, we got Shark Week going on with Jason Momoa. And bear in mind, a good portion of Discovery Shark Week is just as much sports entertainment as pro wrestling is, to draw that,
Right.
because I think I saw an advertisement for Cocaine Shark instead of Cocaine Bear. We've got Cocaine Shark. We've got
We're just gonna get a list like
Tony Khan Bear.
Right, we're gonna get a whole list of the animals now and like a bunch of sequels. Cocaine Jim.
We had Sharknado, so that started it all.
All right, there we go. Ricky Stark's back in the ring. There you go. There you go.
I see Temple Play saying Mark Henry introduces the Hall of Pain faction: Scorpio Sky, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Swerve Strickland. Ooh.
Not likely to happen, but it's there. Like, I mean,
I feel like Mark might pull his back out trying to reach out to try and pull that off there. But yeah, I mean, you can have that.
Not a bad crew to bring together.
Right.
Big punch. Darby fighting out.
Well, because Larry was saying it too as well, and I guess JB's halfway to. So a lot of people, I guess, are pulling for that same type of faction like we had with WWE with the Hurt Business, like we're seeing now with Bobby Lashley talking with Carmelo, Trick, the Street Profits.
Right.
Push it up top.
No.
Fall into a top rope nothing.
There you go. So next week is a ladder match for the mask, and House of Black is banned from ringside, and so it's going to be an all-out war next week. We're getting a ladder match for the mask, and we're getting the tag title match next week as well.
Collision has very much become out of the 2, 3, 4 AEW owned shows to tune into. Collision's become the can't miss.
Starks just okay. There he is. Starks
playing heel though. Starks playing heel. He
sits
he does the little. He pulls down Punk so he can't make the tag. As Darby was reaching for the tag, but Punk's not there. Shaniqua don't live here no more.
Wow, perfect.
Oh, Punk! Christian just slapped the shit out of Punk, and Punk's just like, you don't fucking do that. Like, no, we're not doing this right now.
Not today. But Ricky Starks right now got Darby. Oh, Darby just collapses.
Right. Steve G, only Ryback wants Ryback. No one wants to see him wrestle again. Yeah, don't worry. That's going to be a members only exclusive chat. So you want to make sure you're a member now as just KJ Open discussing his opinions on Ryback.
At some point, we're going to get time to go through some of our archives and compile some of this shit into like an omnibus. The Ryback omnibus.
My God.
I want to what omnibus.
If that happens, which, by the way, if you are good at video editing or want to go through the back catalog or anything like that of what we do, 100% come to the Treeouts. Because, we ain't got time for
that. Yeah, it's true. We could use that kind of technical assistance.
Right.
Wow, Bulldog clothesline combo. CM Punk off the hot tag, crowd going nuts. Punk smiling, loving it.
Right. Victor saying, wait, did Mark Henry show you KJ Nick? I don't know what he showed us. I don't need to see the world's strongest hammer there, the world's strongest slam. Yeah, by the way, if you forgot or didn't get why we're not able to pull up people's comments right now, but we're reading them off, it's because StreamYard's frozen on our back end, but we're using YouTube and reading what y'all saying.
Yeah, according to our service provider right now, nobody's here but us. So
nobody's here and nobody's commenting. So we see that there's a lovely 41 people out here joining us, and we still got the chat flying.
Right, but we byproduct to being live all the time, folks. We do hit our hiccups, and there's nothing we can do about it. But we appreciate your patience and understanding.
Wait, we haven't got a text message from Meltzer, so do we know if we're actually having a technical issue or
not? Uncle Dave, what do we do?
Uncle Dave, let us know. Temple plays. If you want to see Swerve on his own, then have Lee Moriarty with Henry, Hobbs, Sky instead. as I've not seen him in like months and months.
Punk up to the top.
Two count, two. Excuse me.
Huge
count.
elbow. Good match, folks. Good match, folks.
Right.
And again, going 20 strong so far, my guy.
But it's still a little interesting to see Christian in here instead of, say, if you had Lucha King, because you would have figured, like, how often did you see Paul Bearer tag in and have Kane out there at ringside? Like, that's a bit what I feel with this.
No, what though?
Like, I respect the Christian.
Yeah, but I don't mind the dynamic. I don't mind what they're doing here. And I think for me, you know what? It makes it a little more of a fair fight, and Lucha gets out of the way, right? This allows it to be a better match. But it's a storyline that's eventually going to play out of Lucha's not going to want to listen to Christian shit anymore, right?
Well, he ends up turning babyface. It's amazing how everyone that was in Jungle Express is now technically a heel.
Yeah, it's funny. You broke them up so they could turn part of them heel. They should all just stay together.
They all should just stay together and turn heel.
Right? Douchey Jack Perry would be great with Christian.
Right. JV saying, damn it, Temple, I like Ricky part of the group, but not Henry. Leave Henry out. We need push for younger talent. Well, I've seen people say that Ricky Starks could end up being the newest member or the potentially unofficial leader of Bullet Club Gold.
I thought he could get involved with Bullet Club Gold. Rochambeau!
Two count.
Oh, Darby kicks.
Uno, dos, kick out.
Wow. The Rochambeau, folks.
Right. Damien saying, great match. Small mark. I really hate how finishers don't matter anymore. Yeah, a little bit.
But that's a secondary finisher, so I'm okay with it.
It's a signature move versus a finisher. Now we're getting into.
I don't know. Does he count his?
Oh, that was fucking clean. Starks goes up for the superplex on Darby, and Darby rolls it into a fucking 1916 off the top rope, and Christian scrambles in to break up the pinfall. That was fucking clean. That was good.
What a match, guys. How is it Collision on a weekly basis now is putting out the best tag team wrestling in all of
Collision
wrestling?
Is the best weekly show of AEW, and I stand by that, and I will be challenged on that in any way, shape, or form.
Dude, this might be 2 weeks in a row now that Collision is going to be my vote for best show of the week. 2 weeks in a row.
It's been interesting.
Oh my god!
In a row that it's been between NXT and Collision.
Lucha pulling down Darby. Oh no!
Darby back out. Two. Starks rolls through. He's gonna grab the ropes. He's grabbed the ropes for the 1, 2, 3. Oh, so we had the roll through from Darby, a small package for the 1, 2. Starks rolls through for the 1, 2, 3, and he leans out and he grabs the ropes, and then he runs off as Punk's covered up Darby. And like, can you believe this? Can you believe this? This is atrocity.
And you hear them telling the story, Nick. Once is an accident, two is on purpose.
Right.
Anybody doubting the heel Ricky?
Because you've been struck by a smooth Ricky.
Smooth Ricky. Pause.
Right. Pause.
Yeah, it's the 1, 2, 3, and again, I mean, Punk gets upset, and it's beautiful. They continue to build.
Right. As we've got Christian celebrating with the championship. If I'm Lucha, why the fuck am I not pissed about this? But we're still advertising again. What's going to be probably one of the biggest and best matches, despite the Bullet Club Gold versus FTR last week, but FTR versus MJF and Adam Cole.
Yes. It's going to be amazing.
Right.
6-man tag match.
Ladder match for Andrade El Idolo's mask. Sorry.
It's going to be crazy. These two. It's going to be insane.
Collision has instantly solidified itself as can't miss next week.
It's becoming must see. It's quickly becoming must see.
And not even because, it has the greatest stories. It has the greatest promos. It's literally become just of they have matches and moments that you can't miss, that you want to tune into. That, like, you're telling me Buddy Murphy and Andrade are going to have a ladder match next week, and I'm supposed to not want to see this? Fuck is you?
And we go off the air again. The baby faces don't win. Everyone's kind of, oh man, that sucks. Now we got to see, eventually the baby face is going to want to get his win, get his.
But CM Punk's even a baby face. That's interesting.
What's that?
I was saying how CM Punk even got cheered as a babyface, though. That's interesting.
And that will continue. And I really believe that's part of Punk's attitude. He knows he's getting heat from a certain section of the fans. But if he keeps showing up and showing out, a lot of fans that were like, I don't really like him. They're like, oh, Nick said, I don't really like you. Bye-bye. What a wonky Saturday night. All right, he's back in.
No, I was seeing if it would work.
Oh, okay.
Try and pull up the other stuff and everything. Sorry. But we got like 5-0, says Larry. That was a good show to close out the rest of the week. Bass said 6.6 out of 10. See, it's one of those that unfortunately we got to like pull in, pull out. So should let you know. But Boston 3-2, Larry 8-10, Steve 4-1.
Okay.
1 the dinosaur. 7.1 says Small Mark. Steve says 9 out of 10. The John Cena is a Conor sign. What?
We need more signs in wrestling, folks.
Yes. JV saying 9.10 out of 10. Still the 9s collision in AEW. 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Larry saying it's a must watch.
It really was.
I refreshed. I'm still missing half these. We got John.
I'm looking.
Victor 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Real Wyatt, your buddy there with a 6.67 out of 10.
Too low. Come on. That was I see Real Wyatt. Come on, Punk. Turn heel already. Why should he turn heel? He's up against a really good heel right now. What they're doing with Ricky is great, and Punk has no reason to go heel. Just because some people don't like him doesn't mean he should go heel. People need to just watch him. He's doing fine in this role.
Oh, absolutely. J-Boy saying Punk, FTR, and Sting. Wide. John, 7.5 out of 10. J-Boy with an 8. So what do you want to give this as a rating here?
I'm gonna give it an 8. Yeah, I'm gonna go 8 overall. I mean, from start to finish, solid show. The only reason I'm not going higher is because I know we have matches like the match we had last week. So at the end of the day, an amazing show. And to me, it's the details, guys. They're following the rules. The heels are cheating to win. That women's match, that was one of my favorite women's matches of July, at least. It was solid. It went real well for both those ladies tonight. I thought everything that kind of came down the pipeline made sense. It worked. Even Miro's match, which was short and sweet, was perfect.
You built up halfway Camarato, Damarato, Nomana Patre, Espirito Sante. It's 100% of. There was some moments to where it wasn't perfect, but as far as a weekly wrestling show, there's really hard to complain about with this. So I'm right there with you of giving it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I think 2 weeks in a row, Collision has
best weekly show so far this week.
Yeah,
I should say so far, but best weekly wrestling show this week.
Yeah, I really do. I think it's got it down pat. I mean, it starts off the show with a lead into what you should be excited about, and then, you know what, it didn't stop tonight. It was a good energy and nothing really. There wasn't a whole lot of fat to the show. You know what I mean? It was a very lean fucking show, and I appreciated it. I love seeing guys come out with no music. I love seeing the referee actually matter. I love seeing the commentary actually matter. It's great.
Oh, 100%. Well, and like you said, of the guys just walking out to the ring made it the most realistic kind of sounding. Outside of obviously the commentary sounds great, but to where there's not hit my music of no. I'm backstage and you want to talk shit, so fine. I'm going to just walk out here. If there's no intro, there's no introduction. No, I would just. So really, let's talk about it. I'm right here now. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like even as far as Buddy Murphy, right? Buddy Murphy knows, Buddy Murphy let Caster away with a couple quick jabs already. So when Caster revisits that well and has something to say about Murphy, he gets kicked in the face. I'm not fucking around. It was beautiful.
I like everyone that's like, Bert Murphy just hates the IWC right now. He's just pissed off.
Right.
Everyone's saying dom-doms with my fucking significant other. Fuck off.
Look at this shit. Should have taken his sister.
Oh, that's the waiting feud.
That's the waiting feud.
That's how you end this.
Right.
But speaking of ending this.
What's that?
I was just saying, well, speaking of ending this.
Speaking of ending things, just last.
You got quiet. Oh, don't tell me you froze right now, too. Oh, the technical issues right now. But, so, yes, I guess we were halfway heading towards the door until maybe, unless Dr. Freeze lets go of his grip on KJ. But I got Chef on the front end saying 7.8. Larry Temple, I hope so. Real Wyatt, the opening segment was really good. Yes, it was. Ricky has so much charisma. It's crazy. Yeah, he's very much going to work out perfectly as a good, charismatic heel, as a top heel on Collision.
Right.
And you start developing these characters of you're the top babyface on Dynamite. You're the top heel on Dynamite. You're the top babyface on Collision. You're the top heel on Collision, much like how they've done, WWE's done with Raw and SmackDown.
I don't know if am I back?
You are back now.
Okay, you just kept going. I was like, I don't know.
Start to move. You kind of just Dr. Freeze right there.
Yeah, I know. I definitely, what a wonky night. Happy Saturday, folks. Me and you taking turns flipping in and out. The chat itself flipping in and out. But yeah, Nick, yeah, you just, when I came back, I'm like, I don't know if I'm back yet. And you kept talking. I'm like, maybe I'm not. I don't know.
No, you are. I was just, I was in a monologue, so I finished the monologue. You're good.
Yeah, folks, you know what? We love all of you. Happy Saturday. I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of what they have left of it. We are going to bring you an interview tomorrow with Mr. J Bougie, Mr. PWI. It's going to be a fun one. As always, we got more content coming your way. We got more fun coming your way. We got more live streams coming your way. You guys each suck tonight. Thank you, John. Thank you.
Wait, who? Wait, what?
Hey,
I didn't see this. Your guy, it's RECH. I think your English sucks tonight, John. I love you.
That's it, man. What can you do when you're live for as many hours as we're live? We're bound to have a night like tonight. I'll blame the universe on this one. But folks,
no, at the end of the day, it still was nothing but fun. It was still nothing but fantastic. Even that's sometimes what makes it fucking gold out here is when the shit hiccups. So
that's it. So check out all our links below. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, share.
Oh, he corrected himself, saying Tug. Sorry.
Make sure you join the family, join the membership, be a part of the crew. Tell all your friends, guys. Anyone brings up wrestling, let them know about us. Drop that link. And we thank everyone who joined the super chats tonight. We appreciate it, Mr. Nick.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about the wrestling, but to put that for life with it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You hit the button, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
See you on the flip side. Blow up my candle. Woo!